The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Horrible Gamers Podcast, HGPre3, yeah, HGPre3, yeah, show number 260, yeah, fuck yeah, we're here to kick ass and take names and talk a lot of shit about E3, because we can, and leak a lot of stuff right before E3, ladies and gentlemen. Today is Friday, June the 7th, 2019, we're actually recording on a Friday, because E3 is on Sunday, and I was like, I don't want to record the day before E3, because on E3 I'm going to be taking notes and watching the conferences and probably doing podcasts about them, and I don't want to like burn myself out on podcasts this weekend, you know what I mean? So I was like, I'm going to split them up. Do one Friday, do one Sunday. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. Woo.
Let's talk about stuff. Today I'm joined by my friend from Oregon, West Coast to Best Coast, PenPointRed, Jonathan Hall. Welcome.
Hey yo, excited.
Hey.
I'm hyped.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, glad to be here. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you. And from Ohio, the Mayo's back. Welcome.
Hey, what's up, guys? Ready for some Stadia hype tonight, are we?
Oh yeah. Fuck yeah.
Oh.
People, you can follow us on Twitter at _Horrible Gamers. Leave us a review on iTunes. Join our Facebook group, Horrible Gamers Podcast Community. It is pretty legit in there. Lots of people in there all the time posting memes, posting sales, posting stuff about life, posting things about video games. We have a pretty active community for like 600 members. We get like 400 posts a week or something, or 300 posts per week or some shit like that. It's insane how many posts we get.
It's quality content too.
It's a lot of good conversations going on in there all the time, dude. So it's kind of crazy for like a small group of people. We're not as big as other Facebook groups, but like we have a lot of posts in there, lots of conversations going on all the time.
Quality over quantity at that point,
right.
For sure.
That's right. Feedback at horriblegamers.com is our email address. You can email us there your thoughts about E3, our E3 talks, and all that good stuff. Patreon.com/horriblegamers is where you can go and support the show financially, like Jonathan Hall has, Alan Maybe, Evan Tanaka, John Jerome, Adam Sunday, Dirty Bite to Robbie Wheat, David Snyder, Brian Capessa, The Mayo, Jonathan Arcelo, Pork Chop Poo, Bo Sassone, Jesse Kraft, Henley M, Subbader, Native Live Matters. Thank you guys for being Patreon supporters. Thank you for stopping by on my stream as well. You can always watch me stream on Mixer, mixer.com/JesusWalkslot. And I stream usually Monday, Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, Sunday. Pretty much those days. Yeah. I'm taking Thursdays off now and Wednesdays. Because I need a day. Well, like sometimes, okay, this is the thing. Sometimes I get like review codes or games that I can't stream, like you're under NDA or whatever, and I have to play them. And I'm like, I need a day to play these fucking games, you know what I mean? I need a fucking day to be able to sit at home and play these fucking games.
First world problems.
I know. I need a couple of days to play games on my own. I need to play by myself.
I can't share them or whatever. That sucks. And I wish I could, but I can't.
Forget that Jonathan and Mayo guy. I need to play by myself. Offline mode.
Our intro song is done by Fowler and Twixes. It's called Breakout. Our outro song is done by Broke for Free. It's called Night Owl. And, alright people, let's talk about video games real quick and fast. What I've been playing this week, not a bunch of games. I actually bought the DLC for Bomber Crew. It's called the USAAF. The United States Air Force as fuck, I think is what it's called.
That's pretty awesome, actually. I support.
And it's actually based. So, like, if you play the game Bomber Crew, it's based on you're a bomber crew, like a B-52 bomber, but you're on the British military. So you're like everybody's British in your crew or whatever, and like the commander's British, and like it's based in Britain, and you're killing like Nazis or whatever. You're blowing up their bases or whatever, and then If you buy the American one, the characters are named more American. They have names like John
Like
Smith
Chuck.
and shit. You know what I mean? Shit like that. And like, but not just that. The airplane layout is a little bit different. Instead of having like only guns on the tail and on the bottom and on the front, the American airplane doesn't have a gun in the front. You have to buy the guns that are like on the outside, on the right and the left of the plane in the front. And on the back, they have like 5 guns instead of just 3. So they have a gun on the bottom, a gun on the top, a gun on the tail, and like 2 guns off to the side of the plane. So you have to you can move your gunners around a lot more in the American airplane. It's laid out a little bit different from the British airplane, which is kind of cool. I really enjoyed Bomber Crew. It's actually one of my favorite little indie games that came out for Game Pass. It was a complete surprise to me. I thought I was gonna hate it. The controls were really hard at first to get the hang of, but I actually bought the DLC on the Xbox because I get a discount with Game Pass. So like the DLC is only like $7.99, but I get it for like $6.50 if I buy it through Game Pass because you get a 10% discount on your DLC if you buy it through Game Pass for any game that's on Game Pass. So if you own like the Halo 5 on Game Pass and you want to buy the DLC for Halo 5, if there's any out there, you get a 10% discount on that. Same for Tomb Raider. Any game that's on Game Pass, you get discounts on the DLC, and that includes the season pass as well. So you can save some money, people. If like a season pass is $50, you save yourself $5 because it's 10% off. And then I think you get 20% off to buy the game. So like if you want to buy a game that's on Game Pass and you know it's about to leave Game Pass pretty soon, but you really like the game, you can always choose to buy that game, and they actually give you a discount on the game purchase itself. So you can always buy the game and keep it forever at a discounted price because you're a member of Game Pass, which is pretty cool. Anyways, so I bought this, I've been playing the game for a while now and I actually beat it a couple weeks ago. I didn't talk about it on the show, but I actually beat the full campaign.
Ah, congratulations.
The last mission, you have to kill Hitler. Like, not Hitler, but like you have to blow up the wolf's lair or whatever. I think that's what it's called, like his bunker or whatever, the wolf lair or whatever. You got to go blow it up. And that mission was super hard. Like, you got to fly way into like the map and you have to like, it takes like you're taking a lot of damage from like anti-air guns, a bunch of enemy airplanes coming in. And pretty much like, I think at that point my crew blew up the bunker, but my crew did crash. Like, we didn't make it back to base. We had to do an emergency landing because my airplane literally broke apart in the middle of the sky. Because if you're getting shot at and you zoom into the plane, you can zoom out of the plane and see like the bullet holes ripping through the plane. And like all my guys were just fucking dying, dude. Like my fucking gunner died. This other dude died. The back of the airplane fucking snapped off and some of the dudes went flying out of the airplane. I had to fucking do emergency landing with like half the airplane blown up. It was fucking crazy. But I think like one of the persons on my airplane survived. I think like one of the pilot survived or something like that. Out of the whole crew, everyone else died. Everyone was killed in action.
Plus.
But one guy survived. So yeah, he got to kill Hitler and he survived. Woo! But yeah, you get like a little ending cutscene and it shows like all your crews. Like at the end of the credits, it shows like all your airplanes from like the very first one when you first play the campaign to like this, like if that plane blows up, you get a new airplane with the new crew name. So like maybe the first crew is called like the Flying Tiger or something, and then the next airplane will be called like the Flying Duck, and then the other one will be called like the Bombing fucking plane, or they have like different nicknames they give them. They're just randomly generated. So like you have like the pictures of all the crews that died for you, or people that were on your crews that died. You have pictures of all of them there, and it's pretty neat. But yeah, so I bought the new American Air Force DLC, and that's pretty legit. Fuck yeah!
How would you compare this to FTL, which is faster than light on the PC? Do you feel like it's a little easier? Or
it's a little
more
easier.
User friendly, or
definitely
FTL is very hard.
FTL is way harder than this. FTL seems it's just way harder because in FTL you can't really see the enemy. Like you see them pull up and then you're just in a fight with them. You have to take a turn like planning it out. And this one is more like at real time. Like I have to direct my gunners to shoot at an airplane and you lock onto that airplane. And as long as you scan an enemy airplane, like your gunners know that plane is there. But like for example, like during the time when the last mission that I did, I was going back to base, right? And I'm flying like full speed, top altitude. I'm doing fucking swerves and shit. So like my pilot's doing like fucking zigzags and all kinds of shit to avoid gunfire. But like it's telling me at the same time like, hey, you're taking a lot of damage from airplanes that are not tagged. You need to tag airplanes. So like I was trying to tag all these airplane fighters, but I couldn't because my pilot was swerving around. So like the camera keeps moving and I have to hold like to tag somebody, you have to zoom in on them and kind of hold the little circle, like a little circle thing on top of them. So like it fills up a little bit, it goes whoop. It's like a little meter that surrounds them and then it highlights them. So your gunners know that they're there. So like, yeah, it's a lot of fucking, it's a lot of like, it's a lot of real time thinking. Like you gotta be really fast. And there's like a little cheat button on there called slow down time. So you can put it into slow motion. So it gives you time to react to something. Say your airplane's on fucking fire and you're getting shot at and your guy just died. Like if you put it into slow motion, the action's still going on, but it's very slow. And it gives you time to think, okay, where's my med kit? Where's my fire extinguisher? Where's the guy that knows how to heal people? I need to get the medic out here and heal this guy and pick back up. Like, it gives you time to plan everything out. But you lose a bonus if you use that. So you don't really want to use that. You only get one use of that, but you don't want to use it when you're on a mission because if you don't really need to. Because you lose a bonus. If you go back to base without using that, you get like an extra 2,000 coins or some shit, which is quite a bit of coins for not using that slow time perk or whatever. But man, I love that game, dude. It's such a fun little game. I don't know. The developer's called Curve Digital, I think, and yeah, like Runner Duck or something like that. It's like another studio that made it or some shit. It's pretty cool. Runner Duck or Curve Digital, because I know they have their logos. You can put them on the airplane, their developer logos. But yeah. Anyway,
were you streaming it when you beat it, or was that during that?
No, I was actually that was personal Jesus time, and I should have streamed it because it was intense, dude. Like a lot of I said, my airplane was like, we made it there in one piece, but as soon as we blew that bunker up and we had everyone fucking chasing us, that shit got intense, dude. Like my guys were like when the airplane fell apart, I was like, holy fuck. Like I knew my airplane was gonna fall apart because it was just like on fire and shit, and I was trying to use fire extinguishers to like put out the engine fires, and I didn't have any left because you can buy upgrades for the airplane, so you can buy like a fire extinguisher system for the wing. So like you can buy a fire extinguisher for engine 1, engine 2, engine 3, engine 4. You can buy you can transfer fuel from the left wing to the right wing. So like say the right wing, they puncture the fuel tank and you're losing fuel and you're running out of fucking fuel. Your engineer, your guy that's like the engineer guy, he can fucking go into like his little seat, and with the commands, you can tell him like, hey, transfer all the fuel from the right wing to the left wing because the right wing is obviously leaking fuel. We're trying to save as much fuel as we can to get back to base. And then you can buy like a homing pigeon for your crew, and you can buy also like a little dinghy, like a little boat thing, inflatable boat. So if you crash in the water, they have a better chance of survival. And so like that helps them survive in case of a crash or something.
That's awesome.
You can also have like these racks on the plane that have like med kits, fire extinguishers, or even parachutes. And you can even have like everyone bail out of the plane. You could be like bail out as the pilot. You have like he has different commands he can give. You could be like emergency landing, emergency dive, and bail out. And if he says bail out, everyone just fucking grabs a parachute and fucking jumps out of the plane. Like fuck this, we're out of here.
Nice. So you keep your squad alive, but you just lose the plane.
Yeah, and the hard part is though that those parachutes take up slots. Like your guys don't wear them until you tell them to wear them, and they're on the airplane. So like you have to think: do I want the parachutes? Because there's like 7 people on the airplane. Do I want 7 parachutes on this airplane, or do I want to use those slots for like a med kit or a fire extinguisher? Because if someone,
it sounds like fucking JetBlue.
like if someone dies on your airplane, you need to have a med kit to be able to pick him back up. If you don't have a med kit, your medic cannot revive someone. That person just bleeds out for 2 minutes, and if you don't land your airplane within 2 minutes at your base, that person's dead. And like these people take a while to rank up. Like you want to level them up because as you level them up, they learn different abilities, which is kind of fucking neat.
Very cool.
Mayo's like, shut up, Jesus.
No, yeah, I'm actually intrigued. I do have it on Game Pass on the Xbox, so maybe I will curl up in the living room tomorrow and check it out.
It is a little tricky to learn on the controller.
Take some personal Mayo time.
And it's not.
That's right, personal Mayo time.
And it's not easy though. Just letting you know, you're gonna die a lot in the beginning because you're not gonna know what the fuck you're doing. But once you get the hang of it and learn the crew and how to like move things around, it's a fucking blast. And there's enemy pilots that are like aces or whatever. You have to take them out. You get bonuses for killing those guys. And they're super hard to kill. And it's fucking crazy. Anyways, people. Other games that I played this week. What else did I play this fucking week? More Apex Legends. Getting a few more wins. They've actually done a new update to the game now. There's something called The Hunt. So basically what they're doing is for the last 13 days of this season pass, the first season is about to end in 13 days, or I think at this point it's probably like another week left. So I think it ends next Friday or next Saturday is when the season ends. So for this last week, they're doing this thing called The Hunt. And The Hunt is like little challenges they're giving us now where, for example, like one of the challenges is be in the top 5. And if you get into the top 5 squads in your, like the game, you get top 5 squads. As soon as you reach the top 5 squads, a little like banner pops up on your screen that says, "Hey, you're now elite. You're now in the elite group." And what that means is the next match, no matter if you win the match or not, the next match you queue up into is going to be an elite match. That means that everyone in that match that you're queuing into was at least top 5 in their last game. So you know you're playing better players, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Will that get you like I still wonder if it will give you like really the better players, or if you're still going to run across some of them guys that will camp and just happen to make top 5
that's
from
the other thing
corner.
that's the other thing that's going on now too. Nowadays where we're jumping, where before I jumped Skull Town like almost every time, dude. I love that fucking place. I get there and like the other day I got like I think I got like 9 kills right off the bat with the shotgun. I got 9 kills. I killed like 3 or 4 squads. They were all coming at me. I was just like, boom, 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 fucking killing it. Like, kill. You're like, you're now kill leader. Like I had 3 kills and it was like, you're now the kill leader. And it's like, you are still the kill leader.
Fuck yeah, dude.
It was like, you killed the champion.
On the map that there's actually been like some physical changes to it, like in preparation for the new shit coming out.
No,
like,
not necessarily.
Like I heard like there's like piles of rubble or piles of like construction equipment in certain areas. There's a little
bit of changes to some of the areas. Nothing huge though, and I wonder what's going to happen there. They are definitely going to make changes to the map that you can tell.
Yeah.
But this new hunt, like I said, the new hunt mode. There's challenges to get top 5 squads 5 times, and if you do that, you get like a certain skin. If you reach level 15. No, I actually got one of them. If you reach level 15, you actually get a special Wraith skin. So, like, even if you were already level 15 when this new challenge came out for the season pass, if you were already there or past it, you're going to get a special Wraith skin that's, like, kind of cool. But, I mean, I don't really use Wraith, but she's a cool character, I guess. I'm level 13 on the season pass or level 12 or something like that, so I'm pretty close to getting that. I just got to get it within the next week to unlock that skin.
The Wraith one looks tight. It looks really good.
You get the R301. That has a special skin now, too. I think you have to be level... I think anyone who owns the season pass gets that for free. Like, if you just bought the season pass at any point, you're going to get that special legendary skin for the R301, which I got. And, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's like a little dragon wrapped around your gun. It looks pretty neat. And what else? Yeah, so pretty much is that. And I played quite a bit of the elite matches. I got into it like 3 or 4 times. And actually on one of them it was kind of funny because one of my squad mates actually like just quit out before like we even jumped. So like we got into the loading screen where you pick your character. We picked our characters and I'm always talking on the PC. I'm always like, hey guys, nice to meet you or whatever. Like, hey dude, hey. And like some people like to talk, some people just don't like talking and they like to fucking quit. If they hear someone talking, they'll just quit.
Why don't you just mute?
I'm assuming that guy just quit on me because he didn't like my voice or something. He didn't like me talking.
Weird.
So like he quit out as before like the plane, even before we even spawned into the plane and even showed us on the airplane. He had quit. So when we died in that match, we died quite quickly. I think we got like last place on that match because we dropped in the hot zone and we just died. As soon as that happened, like the game was like, hey, we noticed that a person on your team quit on you. We're not going to count this as a loss for you. So continue.
Oh, that's awesome.
Keep playing on the elite. So, because as soon as if you don't get top 5 again, you get bumped back down to the regular hobo matches again. So you have to stay.
Hobo match.
If you want to stay in the elite, like in the elite tier,
if you guys stay elite,
you gotta fucking stay elite. You gotta keep top 5 no matter what.
No, that's
always
fucking
top
rad
5.
though. It actually understands about the loss though. So it basically does it let you retry to do the 5 again, or does it boot you back to
No, it put me back into the elite match. It was like, hey, next match you're still gonna be able to play the elite because we noticed that a person quit on your team.
That's so rad. Good job, Respawn.
Yeah,
man, I fucking love Respawn.
So it's a lot of quality of life changes, which I really appreciate, and I really am kind of looking forward to what they're gonna do with the new season pass. It sounds like Respawn is really gonna like try to do something big with this next season pass. It sounds like they've actually learned a lot from this first season pass.
I hope so.
And I hope so too. I hope they don't pull in a fucking EA and they're just bullshitting everyone.
Just more skins.
Guys, their skins are back $20 a piece, and that's kind of ridiculous. Their skins are $20 a piece.
That's crazy. Because I think the primes on Titanfall 2 were just like $5.
Yeah, the skins should totally. I mean, because I play Bloodhound a lot. I almost got 100 kills with that guy within the last 2 weeks. I play with him a fucking lot. I get a lot of kills with that dude, and like he's my main character now. If I was in the store and I saw a skin for Bloodhound, and I was like, that's a legendary skin or an epic skin or a skin that I can buy.
Yeah.
I would if it was like $5. But if it's $20, that's a lot of money you're asking from me for a skin. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get nothing other than the skin. It's not like I'm getting a new animation, a new fucking thing, a new banner, a new voiceover or nothing. It's like, no, I'm getting a fucking skin. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a bummer. Because going back again to Titanfall 2 on the primes, because the cost of those, I think they're actually $10, but then you actually got, it was like a new look, and then they came with a new execution as well, and a new voice option. Yeah. So yeah, it felt like a package.
Like, you remember Titanfall 1 where they had the voices, like the Spanish voice?
Yeah, I love
the German one, the Japanese one.
Oh, I had the Japanese one.
I had the Japanese girl or whatever in my
fucking... Yeah, because the same Japanese shit. It would just, like, soothe you. Yeah, it was, like, nice.
Or, like, the German one or the Russian one that sounded super pissed off all the time. He's like, yeah, beast mode, pissed off Russian mech, let's go.
Yeah, that was definitely sad that they dropped the voice. I guess what they were saying is the strike was happening, the voice acting or whatever strike was happening when they were doing that portion of the game. So it got skipped over.
Do it. Yeah, it's fucking lame. But yeah, so I'm really excited to see what Apex brings in, like in the next season here, dude. And I hope that they have some news this weekend about some more Apex stuff. I know EA Play.
No, it's tomorrow, isn't it? It's
EA Play is tomorrow. So EA actually. Yeah. So that's why we're doing the podcast today, because tomorrow technically E3 kind of everyone says Sunday, but it fucking already started like for fucking 2 days ago.
Basically,
fucking Stadia kicked it off.
Oh my.
Yeah, from what I got a feeling it's already over for Jesus. He's already like, I heard the news I need. I'm done.
Yeah, it's pretty much. I mean, for me, kind of, but for you hobos out there, I mean, EA though is going to have some cool stuff. I think they're going to talk about. Obviously we're going to see Star Wars tomorrow morning. We're going to see some cool shit from Respawn, and definitely Apex is going to be like their main game. They're not going to talk really about Anthem. I think they'll mention Anthem, and they'll probably talk about like, oh guys, don't give up on Anthem. We're still supporting Anthem. Because I recently got the thing on my Origin launcher that was like, hey, you've been added to the public test server for Anthem. You can play it for free. I'm like, no. No, thank you. Can I uninstall this shit? Fucking Anthem.
Fucking Anthem. Oh, man. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
so I take it you didn't play that. You haven't played Anthem this week.
No, fuck Anthem. No, man, I haven't played that in forever. So I played that Apex, and then last but not least, I played some more Total War 3 Kingdoms, dude. and I need to restart my third playthrough now. My second playthrough, I declared war. I was spread too thin. Literally, I was at war with 10 different fucking armies. So, like, I'm kicking ass, dude. Like, no, listen, dude. I'm fucking conquering the world, right? China is fucking mine. I'm conquering everything. And next thing you know, like, everyone,
countries, like,
everyone declared war against me, and like, I lost my entire empire within like one turn. I had like million man army marching into my territory, just boom, boom, and like your cities have like a little military, like you can build like barracks or whatever inside your cities. So like in case of an attack, they can raise like a military, like they have like a military there. But it's not like an army. There's like a little bit of people. It's like a fucking National Guard or something. Think about that. So like, think about it. I got like 400 people ready to fight against like a fucking 10,000 person army. And it's like, okay, like guys, we have walls, but like they got like dragons and shit. Like, fuck us up. This is like some Game of Thrones type shit. They got a fucking dragon and we got walls. All right, we ain't got shit against these guys.
Walls just don't work.
And they were destroying my army, so I had to restart the game again today. And today I'm doing better, right? Like my second playthrough, I'm like, I learned from my mistakes. I'm doing a little bit better. My economy's doing a little bit better. I'm conquering like the little dudes, not the big guys. I'm not pissing off the big guys, just the little guys. I know I can take them. And I declared war on the wrong person, and I was right at his border, right? Like I'm right near, like this dude owns like the biggest empire in the fucking game. And then I'm right at his border, and like he offers me peace. And he's like, look. Because it's like the AI's turn or whatever, and they're like, hey, we'll give you peace. And he's like, this is your last warning. He's like, I'll give you peace if you submit to me, like if I become like his vassal or whatever. And that's like, he pretty much owns me. And pretty much at that point, like, I cannot become an emperor until I kill him or overthrow him. So, like, he's my emperor at that point, right? Like, I'm bending the knee to him, right? Like, he's my king or whatever. And he's telling me, like, look, bend the knee. I'm your fucking king. Claim me as your fucking emperor. I'll provide you protection with military support. Your military is going to be supported by my military. All you have to do is pay us, like, food every turn. Like, give us one thing of rice every turn, and, like, a few gold for like 20 turns.
And you just couldn't do it.
And he's like, and I'll offer you peace, right? And he wanted one of my territories. He was like, I'll take this city from you or whatever. Or like, I want that city and you keep the rest of your land. And I just couldn't do it, right? I'm thinking I'm all cocky and shit. I have like my 7 generals lined up and shit. I'm like, I got my big armies. I've been building up my armies. We're ready to fight wars. And guess what happens? Like I declined his fucking offer.
He took Jamaica.
I have my 7 armies camped like at the border of my country and his, and he does a fucking night attack, a nighttime raid, with like a fucking 15,000 person army. And when the problem is when somebody does like a nighttime attack, you're like, even if, because like sometimes when you have generals close to each other, like if someone attacks me, like my other general will reinforce that army. So like, this guy might have 3,000 people, but this other guy has 4,000 people. So, like, say the guy with 2,000 or 3,000 people is getting attacked. The guy with the 4,000 people will show up to the battle and help the other dude out. So, like, I technically have 7,000 people in that army. Problem is with nighttime raids is the fucking armies do not know that the other person's being attacked, and they can't see that they're being attacked, so they don't show up for reinforcements. So this dude has, like, a fucking 15,000 person army attacking me at night. And I have like a 7,000 person army. Like that's my biggest army. And he just fucking destroyed me. He destroyed me. I tried to retreat and he chased me. I'm like, retreat. Like my guys are like running and the dude's just fucking chasing us. He's like, no, you guys are not getting away this time.
He's like, dude, I made you a fucking offer.
Yeah, pretty much. He's pretty much like, I made you an offer. Like he even told me this is your last chance to like peace for your people, man. Like this is your last fucking chance.
Like, come on, dude, be smart. Don't be a dumbass. Don't be a dumbass.
I learned the hard way.
He's over hiding behind another country.
I am. I'm literally in somebody else's country. I am in my allies' country, trying to, like, this guy's my number one ally. He's like the guy that has like he has an alliance with me, right? This guy that I'm with right now, like,
he's like, I don't know this guy.
No, but listen, I'm in his country, right? And I'm his ally. He's like my number one ally. We even have like, I married like my son to his daughter or some shit.
You guys have Christmas together?
We formed an alliance like through marriage, and we fucking gave them gold. They gave us gold. We give them food. They give us food, and all this kinds of, like, we have like a bond, right? And I try to get him to, like, because he has like a quite a big, like, not a huge army, but he's not little. He has like an okay army, a little bit smaller than mine. And I was trying to get him to help me go to war against this evil fucking emperor dude that owns half of China. And he's like, yeah, me and Emperor dude are like best friends, dude. Like, I can't declare war on him. I'm like, what?
No.
What?
He parties with him on New Year's.
Yeah, pretty much. They're like, he's
Christmas, but he's fucking partying.
He's like my best friend. He's like my best friend, but he's like his like best friend. He's like his super friend. And he's like, awesome. No, dude, like I'm not gonna, like, I'll let you march your military through my country to attack him, but I'm not gonna, like, join you in attacking him.
Dude, bro.
Matter of fact, if he tells me to attack you, I'm probably gonna attack you. So, like, awesome. It's fucking crazy. The game is it's fucking nuts, dude. That game is insane. Like, how many alliances and little things you can do. Like, you can set up fucking spies, dude. And like I sent a spy, like, in my first playthrough. I had this dude who wanted to become a spy for me. So he went to, like, the main, like, the big dude, like, the big empire. He went to their empire, and he joined their military, and he became one of their fucking generals. And he was telling me, like, all their moves. He's like, yo, man, like, yeah, we're doing this next week. We're attacking this country and shit. He's like, what do you want me to do? But the thing is, like, if you leave your spies too, like if you leave them embedded for too long with somebody, like, somebody else's faction, the spy can turn on you, because they're like, they feel more loyal to that person instead of you now. You know what I mean?
They get like a girlfriend or boyfriend.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, yeah, like, dude, like, I've been fucking this dude. Like, I really, like, don't want to be part of your army anymore, man. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be with this guy.
You've been kind of a dick.
Yeah, you're like, going to war with everyone. This guy over here has a big army. He doesn't go to war with no one. Like, we're good. Yeah. So, like, yeah, so you got to, like, balance everything out. It's kind of crazy, dude. It's a fucking deep game.
All I can think of is, like, imagine that game on the next-gen consoles and stuff, like, or the consoles after that, like, what they're going to start pushing.
I wonder if this game could even run on the Xbox, man. Because my CPU, like, even, like...
Oh, that's right. You're on a PC. This is fucking... I keep forgetting
this is a crazy, game. Like, this is a PC fucking game, dude. Like, I don't think you can put this on a console. It would be too... My consoles have mouse and keyboard support, though, right?
Yeah.
But it is CPU.
The CPU,
heavy, so.
Yeah. I think the CPU would be too weak to handle this fucking game.
No, the game sounds crazy. But
it is fucking nuts, dude. But it's so cool, like, having your, like, army just lined up, fucking people up and shit. Like, it feels epic when you show up to a battle and you have, like, an army that outnumbers the other person's army, like, 5,000 to, like, 200 people.
So how does the battle system, like, really quick, like, how is the battle system in it? Like, when you're because you always talk about all the, like, the political shit, but, like, what about the actual, like,
you can delegate the battle, so you can, like, delegate them. So, like, that means when, like, if I show up to a battle and I know my army, like, super outnumbers another person's army, like 5,000 to 1,000, I know I'm gonna win. I can just put it, like, to auto win. Like, it pretty much auto fights. And, like, it'll show my general knocking over the other dude's general and, like, hey, you won the battle. What do you want to do with this?
Nice.
But during, like, if, like, say, like, an army shows up and they have, like, 1,000 people and I have 1,000 people and my generals are like, hey, we think we might lose this. Like, you want to fight those battles. If you cannot retreat, you must fight them. Because if someone attacks you, you cannot retreat. You have to fight.
Okay.
The only time you can really retreat is if you...
Is it turn-based or is it like RTS at that point, or...
At that time, it kind of becomes like a real-time strategy, because you go into the battle, it loads up, and you see your army lined up. So, like, if you have archers, you see them lined up behind, like, the spearmen. You see your cavalry, like, your horses lined up. And you can, like, say, like, it shows, like, your side of the map. You can line them up however you want to. So, like, you can put the horses in the back. You can put the horses right in the front. And, like, maybe you want the spear guys off to the right, and you want
horses in the back,
and you want the fucking the arrow people in the middle or whatever. You can put them in the middle, and you can stretch them out to make him shoot arrows wider, but less dense. They have less chance of hitting, but they shoot at a wider range. Or you can have them more compact, so like they can shoot more arrows, like in a dense location, just fucking rain it with arrows or whatever. And you're like,
cool.
Your bowmen do run out of arrows during the battle. Like if they just keep fucking shooting arrows, and the enemies keep coming at you, it reaches a point where they're like, hey, your fucking bowmen don't have any more arrows left. What do you want to do? So like you can equip them with swords and have them like fucking pull out swords and go in there to fight.
Oh yeah, hella.
So it gets them like a pretty cool opportunity. Yeah, so like, and then like there's different abilities for like different like types of units. So like the horses are really good against the sword people and the arrow, like the bowmen. Because the bowmen get fucking scared of these big horses coming in with spears and swords and shit, and they just knock them over and kill them. But like, if you put your horses against like a spear group, your horses are gonna take a lot of deaths. You're gonna kill a lot of your horsemen, a lot of your cavalry, because the spears are pretty good at killing the horses. So it's a lot of stuff like that where you got to balance shit out and figure it out, and it's pretty intense.
That sounds rad.
And the battles don't end till like everyone's dead or everyone surrenders.
How long do they usually take?
Like I said, it depends on how big the armies are. The bigger the armies, the longer it's going to take. Like, there was a battle that I fought against, like, this fucking huge army, dude, that was, like, an enemy army. And I had to join two of my armies. I had to, like, have one come in as backup to, like, help the other army out. And that battle took, like, 20 minutes. Literally, like, me maneuvering the fucking troops around, outrunning people. Like, some of my guys were surrendering. Like, some of my generals, like, one of my generals died even. Like, he got killed in the battle. So, like, his units were fucking surrendering. Like, oh, we surrender. And I'm like, fuck you, get back in the fucking battle. No, you're fighting to the death.
And that's cool. So a big epic battle basically takes about 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, like, huge. And they could last, like, even longer than that even. Just depending.
No, that's cool. I was just wondering because in my head I was like, oh no, is it one of those that could be like a 2-hour? Because I've seen like some of those Total War ones. Oh wait, no, this is Total War, but yeah, like I don't know,
like other Total War games. Like I said, I'm assuming they could become pretty big fucking battles because like the armies are big, dude. You got like 10,000 people in the military, and you got horses, bowmen, fucking spear dudes, sword dudes, and like sometimes you have to march them across a field. You don't want them to run because if they get there tired, they have a higher chance of dying. So you don't want you to run your guys across a field. So like you usually want to send your horses ahead of everyone because your horses are. You got like shock cavalry, these guys with spears and horses that just run at the fucking enemy, just boom, hit them with their fucking spears and the big ass horses and shit, and knock everyone over. And then you send your other guys in, and it's pretty fucking cool.
Hey, so I got one more question before we move on to Mayo and shit, but so can you customize the clothing and the look of your dudes?
Yes, you can. You customize the color of their clothing. You can also customize who follows them and what kind of horses they ride, as well as like this little thing called like what the fuck is it called? An ancillary or something like that. It's like a fucking like a little toy or something that they have with them that gives them like a boost. It's like a boost. So like it'll be like a book. This book makes this general become more.
So
it makes him more cunning.
Personal item.
Yeah, like it makes him smarter. It makes him like outsmart the enemy. Or like this guy has like a fucking stupid doll with him, and this stupid doll, like it makes him more commanding. Like he can command his troops with more respect.
Okay. All right, Mayo and Jesus. If you guys happen to be generals in that game, what would be your one personal effect that you would have to keep with you?
Taking my Xbox controller.
People in that way, it's got to be mouse and keyboard.
Or your Stadia controller. Looking around my shit, I'd probably go with fucking. I got too much shit. Damn it! Why did I do that? Oh, I guess this little stormtrooper. Okay, I'm going with it. Stormtrooper head.
Stormtrooper. Yeah, the game is cool, though, man. I suggested if you're into like a strategy game or you want a really deep strategy game, this might be the game for you, Mayo.
Yes. Hey, also too, sometime you get a chance, Jesus, check out Total War Empire in my library.
Yeah, I see you got that. One. Yeah, I'm assuming they're probably the same, right? Probably, maybe like this one's a little bit better than that. It's just this one's.
Well, yeah, the newest one's going to be better for sure. But this one has a lot of boats in it and stuff, a lot of like sailing and stuff, and kind of a different dynamic.
Yeah.
have either of you guys try the Warhammer editions of Total War, or are you guys just
no,
skipping
like I
those?
said, this is the first Total War that I've played. I think.
Yeah, I have not.
Well, yeah, let me know if you guys get into those, because I fucking love Warhammer shit. So yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. Anyways, other than that, that's all I played this week, man. I played a lot of watching the news and posting news shit on the Facebook group and the Discord group and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Building the hype.
I know. The hype is real. The hype is real.
anyways, continue here with Mayo. What have you been playing, Mayo?
Well, I finally, after like 2 weeks of buying this game, I finally got around to playing a little bit of American Fugitive on Steam. And I know Gunny kind of started playing it for a minute.
Yeah.
So what this game is like a top-down GTA kind of thing. And that's what they advertise in the store. It looks really fun. It looks all chaotic, and a lot of stuff can happen. And it's your old school top-down view with kind of an updated graphics. So I jump in, thinking I'm going to be able to cause all sorts of havoc, and you probably can, but you start off in a kind of a smallish area, and like if you cause just a little bit of havoc, you'll get a couple cops after you, and they just kind of come at you real hard and pretty much put an end to things real quick. But like the first mission they do is like, go steal this car and bring it back to the crusher. So you run across town on foot, or you can steal another car and drive over and steal another car and drive it back to this, and you got to actually get out of the car and put it in this crusher, and you crush it into a little block without being seen. So I'm like, okay, that's kind of getting me the feel of the game. And then the next mission is like, the people that murdered your dad, and is part of the story, we seen their car at a car lot, and we want some information on it. Go steal it and bring it back to me. I'm like, okay, so here I go. I go back and steal another car again. So we steal this car and we bring it back. And then like the cops show up, and evidently the cops are kind of dirty. There's a cop that doesn't really care for you, and they send you on a mission to go steal the cop car. I'm like, kind of detecting a theme here. It's just like steal. So that one was kind of funny because they give you a tow truck, and you have to go and pick up the cop car at the tow truck, and I'm like driving down the map with the top down view, trying to remember which way to turn, because you're looking down on your vehicle, so sometimes you can turn the wrong way easily. So I'm like driving along, and the cops are chasing me, and I have this cop car in the back of my tow truck, and you have the ability to just drop the car while you're going down the road. So I'm like, I want to see what will happen if I just drop the car with all the cops chasing me, So I drop the car, and all the cars ram into the cop car, and they all kind of wipe out, and so I kind of stop, and I swing back around, and I go pick up the car again and just kind of take off, run over a couple cops in the process, but finally I get away, and I try to get back to the boneyard, and they're like, well, your wanted level's too high. You have to get your wanted level down before you get rid of this car. So I go hide for a while, get my level down, go back, crush the car. And then the other couple missions are just a lot of similar stuff. Like, you got to go do this, you got to go do that. So if you want to just kind of go in and cause some chaos, you can. But so far, it's been kind of slower paced and not as much as what I had hoped it would be. But
more action.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's a good-looking game, and the idea is there.
So it's like GTA, pretty much. Because GTA is kind of the same way. Like GTA is not very... You don't really cause chaos if you're just following the story. You know what I mean?
Right.
A lot of the GTA missions are the same.
It just seems...
Go repo this car from this guy that owes me money, so you gotta go steal a tow truck, and then you drive the tow truck to this guy's house and steal his car, and then he's chasing you down the road, and you're fucking shooting at him or whatever. You know what I mean? You gotta make sure the car doesn't take so much damage before you bring it to the junkyard or whatever. Just dumb shit like that. Like GTA 5 was a lot like that. Like, I remember in the beginning of that game, Franklin actually is a repo guy, isn't he? The black dude, he actually works for a dealership as like a repo guy, and like your first mission as him is go repo this car from this guy, and I think the guy is like one of the main characters, Michael, or the other dude, Trevor or something. That's how you meet each other. So like, yeah, the game sounds a lot like GTA to me.
Yeah, and it's fun, but I don't know. I don't know if I'll be jumping back to it anytime soon. But another game I've been playing is, and I know you've heard a lot about this game before from Gibbs, is Dead Cells. So, good old Dead Cells. I have a ton of time in Dead Cells, and I love this game to death. It's an amazing game. So, before Gunny left, he sent me a picture showing that he bought Dead Cells for the Switch. So, I'm like, oh, sweet. So, if you need any help, let me know. I've beat the game multiple times. I'm on what they call 2BC, which is...
Eric's going to be stoked about that. That's awesome.
Beating the game... After you beat the game on 0BC, which is basically like normal, you get 1BC, which is the BC stands for boss cell. So when you kill the final boss, it drops a cell, and the game changes. And what's really neat is how deep this game is like when you beat it the first time, you go back to the very beginning level, and it's randomly generated, so you don't know the layout of the level. But they take all the original enemies of the first level, and then they add 2 more enemies into the level, a completely new enemy you've never seen before, and another enemy that can shoot through walls. So you have 2 more things you kind of have to deal with, and then you only get to heal between every other level instead of every level. So once you beat all that new stuff, you get to 2BC, and they even add more enemies, they do more damage, and the game gets harder. You go all the way up to 5BC. When you get to 5BC, you actually unlock another end-of-game boss, and it has a whole bunch of end-game content, which is pretty cool. But so Gunny was asking me some questions a little bit, and I'm like, kind of piqued my interest again, so I want to play some Dead Cells. And I ended up talking to a buddy of mine, and he was like wanting to beat it for the first time. So I'm like, hey, I can beat this game in 25 minutes easily without any issues on normal. So I'll walk you through it. So he was streaming it, and so I walked him through it for a while, and he didn't beat it. He was still missing a couple pieces of gear, but I'm like, all right, work on getting this gear, and we'll help you get this beat. And watching him play, it just brought that itch back. It says, I need to play. So of course I jump on and I start playing Dead Cells. And a couple of my friends are like, Mayo, what are you doing over there playing Dead Cells when you should be over here playing Mordhau with us? I'm like, dude, I got some Dead Cell itch to cover.
Personal time.
Right. So I'm cruising along in Dead Cells, and there is, depending on the route you take, there's going to be only 3 bosses. So each time you go, you can have a different set of bosses. But the last boss before the very final boss is this guy's clock tower boss, and he's like a super fast ninja, and he has like all these attacks. He's got like throwing stars that surround him, swords that fall from the sky, a slash attack, a grappling hook. And for the first time, I was able to actually beat him without taking a hit. And that's an achievement you can get in the game. And I didn't think I'd ever get that achievement. So I beat 2 of the main bosses now without taking damage at all and get an achievement for it. So now my goal is to beat that last boss without getting hit on normal. So it kind of sparked my interest in the game again.
Nice.
Huh.
So when are you going to play this game, Jesus?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know why it makes me laugh.
I like Dead Cells, but I mean, I don't know, I fell off of it. This game that's cool, but then, like, those types of games are cool, and then I get bored of them.
Yeah, I was just looking. I have 155 hours in Dead Cells, and I'm not even close to being bored with it. It's crazy.
Games where you die and rinse, repeat, die, it's kind of like, they're okay. Fuck, speaking of that, I played Outer Wilds this week.
Oh, shit. How was that
Outer
game?
Wilds. I streamed it, actually, so it was pretty... It's pretty cool. You're like this little fucking alien guy. You wake up, and it's like your campfire. You're talking to your friend. Your friend's like, hey, you ready to go into space? And you're like, yeah, I'm excited. And he's like, you need the launch codes to get into the rocket or whatever. And then, like, okay. And then you go talk to a bunch of people about launch codes. You get the launch codes. You go back to where you started the camp. You go up this tower, and you launch into fucking space, right? But when you launch into space, like, the game, it's a lot like Kerbal. Like, it's like No Man's Sky, Kerbal Space Program mixed together. So the flying feels like Kerbal Space Program, where like
oh no,
the fucking
that was so fucking hard.
The rockets are like rotating to the side, so you got to keep it like steady and shit. When you but it does have autopilot, so you can like lock on to like a planet or whatever the fuck you want to land on and be like, hey, autopilot my ass to there. And the ship will autopilot you to that direction and get you there. And then once you get to a planet, it's like the first planet I got to was like this water-looking planet, and I got there, but everything was like a storm. Like there's fucking like tornadoes and shit everywhere, and everything's water, and everything's like a tornado. So I'm trying to avoid these fucking tornadoes as I'm flying through the fucking planet. And then I see like a little island type thing in the middle of all this fucking water and tornadoes and storm and rain hitting my windshield. So I'm like, land there. And I struggle, but I land. And then I landed, and then I get off, and I like go into like this little fucking cave. And in the little cave, I find like these scrolls at like this little translator machine. I translate a bunch of random messages. Then I leave, and then I did something where like my spaceship blew up or something. I flew into the sun or some shit, and it blew up. But then when you blow up, and it's just like everything rewinds, like you see like a bunch of scenes of things you just did, and you wake up and you're back at the camp, and you're like, what the fuck just happened?
So I heard it was all time based.
Yeah,
so at the end of the time zone, it does like a quick rewind. It goes,
and the dude's like, what do you mean? What just happened? And it's like, dude, like I just flew and like I just died. And the dude's like, no, you haven't even fucking left, dude. Like, what are you talking about? Go get the codes and then you can leave. And you're like, but I already have the codes. And he's like, okay, then leave. And then you fucking leave again and you go to the next planet and you're discovering like what's happening to this like ancient species. And somehow the game resets every 20 minutes. Even if you did everything right, the game will just kill you and you fucking reset. So you have 20 minutes. You have 20 minutes to go out, land on a planet, figure things out, and you're trying to piece all these puzzles together. Everything's saved on your computer, though, on your spaceship, so you can see what you've done in the past. You can see, like, hey, I've discovered this planet. They said, like, you have to go here and reach the South Pole on this planet and find something at the South Pole. And then, like, another one was like, hey, you landed on the moon, and the moon you found this thing that said you need to go to this other planet and find this information on this other planet. So, like, then you have to choose, like, okay, which one am I going to follow? Am I going to follow this planet first or this one? So you got to keep planning it out. Every time you die, go to different things. And I landed on some pretty crazy planets. Like this one that I landed on was all destroyed. Like everything was blown up, right? Like the planet's like in pieces, like chunks of rocks and shit are floating around it. And there's this hole, like this like white hole in the middle of like this dark fucking planet that's all destroyed. But in the middle of it is like a core, like you can see like a white circle. And it's all lit up. And I'm like, wonder what happens if I fly into that hole. Like, what's in there? You know, like, it looks like the only place I can go into. And I fly in there, right? And everything's super bright. Everything's white. And then everything turns dark. And then everything turns dark. Then all of a sudden, like, this, like, little, like, circle thing lights up. Like, a little circle ball lights up. And it starts moving. And then it gets closer to my ship. And then like it lights everything up in front of me, and it's like this huge fucking monster thing. Like this thing is fucking huge, and it's like trying to eat me and shit. So I'm like, oh fuck, reverse. I'm trying to get out of there with my spaceship as quick as I can, but that thing ate me and killed me. So like, now I gotta figure out what that monster is.
So when that happens, does it just do an automatic time shift, and then you're back to where you would have woke up?
Yeah. You just
that
take
sounds
off
pretty
again,
cool.
You go to the next planet.
Yeah, I downloaded it. I've been hearing really good things about the game.
It's not No Man's Sky, though. It's not as unique as No Man's Sky, where they have, like, millions of planets. It's like a set galaxy. There's, like, 8 planets, 1 sun, 3 moons. Like, it's a pretty nice-looking game. The art style is pretty cool. But it's not like No Man's Sky, where you have unlimited planets, unlimited... Do whatever you want. We don't care. Just to go anywhere. We don't care.
I like it. Well, I kind of like the fact that it's not procedurally generated. It's actually like, handcrafted. It's a handcrafted universe experience.
Yeah, so it's pretty neat. You got to put on your spaceship suit before you jump out of your spaceship, and like your spaceship can take damage too. Like if you land too hard on a surface, or you're flying through a planet and something hits your spaceship. Like, your cameras on the outside of the spaceship will break. And it's like, all of a sudden, it's like, hey, your landing camera broke. So, like, good luck landing the next time you land. Because you can't see the ground. So, you have to just look out the windshield and hopefully kind of gauge it from there how you're going to land. Or, like, during the middle of the space, you can just be flying. And then you can, like, stop the spaceship in the middle of, like, space. You can put on your little spacesuit. You can jump out of the spaceship and then like try to repair it in the middle of space, which is a pain in the ass because you got to control like your body with like the little jetpack, so you don't fucking float away and die.
Have you tried this game out, Mayo?
No, I have not.
Outer Wilds.
Do you have any
interest?
Interest. Thank you. That's the word.
Yeah, is this on Xbox?
Game Pass.
Game Pass. Yes.
Oh,
Game
okay,
Pass.
definitely. What was the title again?
Outer Wilds.
Outer Wilds.
Yeah,
I will give it a shot. When I have my Mayo time tomorrow, I'm gonna do that and some Bomb Recruit.
That one and Void Bastards just hit, and both those look super rad.
I hear really good about that too.
Yeah, so when you'll see them right next to each other and just boom, boom, just get them both.
Yeah,
that's what I did.
Releases on Game Pass, and they're actually like release day and date with like the release date on Game Pass, so that's pretty neat.
I'm gonna get my Microsoft Xbox deodorant and shampoo and all that fun stuff and kick back on the couch and gain 8 pounds playing video games tomorrow.
Nice. All right, keep going, Mayo. What else you been playing this week?
I just got one more. So just the other day, I picked up a game. I've been hearing a lot of good about it. Kind of related to Dead Cells in a way. So with my love for Dead Cells and being a roguelike, everybody kept recommending to me a game called Risk of Rain 2. So I'd never played the first one, so I didn't really know what I was getting into. And from my understanding, the first Risk of Rain is kind of like a side-scroller roguelike. And this one, they changed it. It's more of a 3D environment. So you start off in this little capsule, you pop out of it, and you have 2 guns. And basically it's kind of like wave survival. You run around through this area, and as you're killing monsters, they're dropping loot, and you will get like a little turret that flies around behind you that'll attack with you. So you find that, and it's flying around behind you and attacking with you. Then next thing I know, I find a thing that randomly launches a bomb with your attacks, and it automatically does it by itself. So you get that, and then things keep adding. So the more enemies you kill, you find these little spots where you earn money from killing the enemies. You find these spots where you can open up these little chests with money. So it tells you how much money you need, and you open it up, and it gives you another piece of gear. So you keep getting stronger and stronger. So you run around through the area, you find the exit to the area. Then when you hit the exit, you start like a timer, and you have like a boss that will appear, and you'll get swarmed with a bunch of enemies. So you kill your way through them, you beat all the enemies, and you exit the level and you go to another level. You have about 5 seconds between that level and the next level. So when you go to the next level, the game progressively gets harder. And basically the whole object of the game is to just see how far you can get and try to you unlock new characters and unlock new gear as you find it. But the game will randomly generate everything for you every time. And it just keeps getting more and more difficult. You can play this game with up to 4 players in co-op, and I did play with just one friend, Cadillacs, and we had played as 2 people, and we made it to level, I think, he made it to 18, I think I made it to level 17 before I died, but it continues to get more and more difficult, but it's just a quick, fun little pickup game to play for a little while, just a mindless shooter, kind of, in a way. Something you can put some Spotify music on and just kind of jam and relax to.
Nice.
And that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
What about you, Jonathan?
Me? Oh, all right. So, man, I'm just going. Yeah. So every day I have to play a little bit of Titanfall 2 and Gears 4. Gears 4, man, that's like my other woman right now. I fucking love that game. I crush Gears 4. It's so bad. Like I get on there and just like wreck it. So like, man, that and yeah. So Titanfall 2, yeah, both those. Like it's, man. Before it was easy, I would just go on and play Titanfall 2 just to kill time. And now actually, like my brain makes a choice. Like, oh, which one do I want to play?
Oh.
But I've been like just bouncing back and forth. Besides those, though, I've been playing. So I gave Sonic Racing another shot to see if maybe they fixed some of the issues I was bitching about before, and I think they did. Yeah, the Sonic Team Racing, and I think they did actually. So like, I was playing. So instead of doing the quick play, I was doing the standard racing, and because I figured Friday night would more people get in there. And it was actually everything I kind of hoped for. Like, the racing went good. I had like a team of like 5 real people. Then they autofill the rest with bots. And then basically once that match was over, it would go into a lobby. It would be open for like 2 minutes for people to join in, but have like a countdown constantly going. But if everybody's ready, they could ready up early and go. But I think people learned that it's better just to leave it open, and that way we can, you can get the most like live racers as possible. And but yeah, there's nothing annoying on the screen saying like this person's joined the lobby, this person's left the lobby, which kind of makes me think that you can only join the lobby when the in between, when that 2 minutes is going, is when people can enter in, and then besides that, it just I don't know, but it's fun. Like so, I was digging the shit out of that. So yeah, yay, good thumbs up.
How would you compare it to the what is it called, the All-Star Transformed? Because I have that one already, and we love that one.
Man, no.
And
okay,
I heard that one's better.
It is a little better, but I mean this one. So yeah, it's just a matter of if. So right now with with Transformed, if you want to play live against like real players, the only chance of that really happening is on Saturday and Sunday mornings for like a couple hours. Mm-hmm. I found, but this right now, since it's like since this is a newer game, you can get in the matches with like live players a lot easier, I think. But as far as graphic, and if you're just playing like the campaign and shit on its own, I feel I do actually kind of feel that the Transformed was a bit smoother, and the transformation between vehicles is pretty tight. Like this one has like this team function where, yeah, I haven't used that live. I've only done like the campaign with it, the single player campaign. But basically in the team mode, if you're the guy ahead, you'll leave like a track behind you, and then your teammates, if they get on that track, gives them speed boosts. So basically, you can constantly just be boosting up your team and whatever. But it's pretty cool. But yeah, it did when I was playing it. There's a lot going on the game, which I think is something that the 360 probably definitely couldn't handle. So as far as that, it's impressive, like just the amount of shit going on the screen. But if they were both at the arcade and they were both on there, like have their own like units that you could walk into and sit in and play, like I would probably go for the Transformed rather than this one. Okay. Yeah, I mean,
we don't really play online here in my house. Like my kids are a little older, so I have like a 12-year-old and a 14-year-old and a 16-year-old. And it's kind of funny because we'll have to actually hook up 4 controllers to my PC, and I have a 34-inch monitor on my secondary monitor.
Oh, so you guys do the 4-player split?
And we will play a 4-player split on
That's awesome.
The desktop, and we just kick back and just whip each other's butt.
That would feel so old school to me. I mean, in an awesome way. That's so tight. I mean, this one I think does the 4-player split screen as well. So I mean, once it goes on sale, I definitely recommend it. It's fun.
Should I wait for a sale or just pick it up?
Damn, I'm actually kind of liking it a lot. So, not gonna lie, I was having a fucking blast just now playing it. So I would probably recommend it now. Like last time I was on, I was totally bitching about like that one thing of like a thing about people joining in the lobby and stuff, but that seems to be a problem solved, and yeah, the rest of the game is great. So yeah, I can't remember though if it's $40 or if it's $60. Is it? No, it's a $40 game, right? It was $40. I would totally recommend it. Yeah, no, it's definitely a $40 game. Like no hesitation. Yes. All right. So anyways, I've been playing Sonic.
It is $39.99.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
We will just take care of that right now live.
It's hella fun, especially if you got that whole split screen thing going on. That sounds like a blast right there. I don't know if they have you have to let me know if they have like some cool battle modes or whatever, but I was just really jonesing for like a good Mario Kart like substitute. And yeah, I had fun with the Transformed, so I went for it. All right. So anyways, I was playing that. I also played, I picked up that Warhammer Chaos Bane and for the Xbox. It's pretty all right. It's like a Diablo 3 kind of thing. It's more character based. So instead of like kind of creating your character and just doing a lot of like modifications to it, it's more hero class or whatever. So you have like minor option changes. From what I've gotten into, I went through the prologue thing with the dwarf, and I've been just kind of waiting for my buddy Couch to get that shit downloaded so he could. I don't want to get too far without him or whatever. But if he hasn't got that shit going on by this weekend, I'm definitely gonna. I know Mojo has it, and yeah, we've been talking about hooking up on that shit. So, anyways, Warhammer Chaos Bane, pretty fun shit, and yeah, that's basically about it. I think. Lots of Gears 4, Titanfall 2, and a little bit of that stuff. Man, okay, so what's kind of driving me nuts is I had that gaming schedule going, and it was treating me really good. And then just like everything, you kind of fall off the horse or whatever. And I just like this last week or two, I've been really sloppy about the gaming schedule. And man, I can just tell, like, I feel just like overwhelmed by my gaming selections and shit. So I think I need to update my schedule, maybe do 3 games per day. Because there's some new shit coming out and whatever, and kind of give me the option of those. But man, I don't know if it's my OCD or whatever, but I just need some sort of, with all the shit that keeps coming out, I need some sort of like pattern to kind of keep myself, not just playing Gears 4 and Titanfall 2 and nothing else. But again, first world problems, right?
What do you typically play on Gears 4? Do you just play a multiplayer, or do you mess around with campaign?
Oh my god! Okay, so I mostly play multiplayer. I play the team deathmatch seems to be the one that gets in the matches the most. If I could play any mode, it would be execution nonstop, but that one's kind of hard to get like matches going. But I'm glad that you mentioned it because like since the last time I was on, I actually did a round of Gears Horde, and it was me, Saint Nicholas. Gamer Couch, my cousin Fenlor, and Dabber Ranch. And we were doing that quick 25 horde mode, 25 wave mode. And yeah, it was fun. It was great. Except for like at the very end, the boss, the last 25th wave, he fucking destroyed what we had going on. And we lost on that. So we had our kind of like, so we restarted, we did that level again. And we got beat again really bad. And we're like, oh my God. And then so my buddy Gamer Couch like, guys, we're just beating our head against the wall. I gotta go. And I was like, come on, dude, let's just give it one more try. And then if we fail, then we can go from there. But we just gotta get one more. He's like, fine. And then everybody is, I forgot who else chimed in, but they're like, it's my last one too. And I'm like, all right. So everybody, let's just do this. So we were getting hit by that fucking before. It was like 4 snatchers, and those things sucked because they get in there and they just like they'll knock you down and they'll suck you into the belly and then run off with you, and it's fucking, those things are just brutal. But instead we got on that, so we got that the 2 times in a row, and we thought for sure we were gonna get those again, but instead we got one of those I can't remember what they're called. Like I keep wanting to say Starlock in my head, a Snarlack. Sorry, Gears people out there. I'm gonna be kicking myself for not knowing this one right now. But anyways, one of those big fucking dudes. So, and luckily, where we had our safe spot or our safe place was in a spot where the fucking thing couldn't get into it. So we were actually able to kind of like hold off just the smaller guys. And once we cleared them out, or all the ads, we cleared them out and then took them out. So it was like, we lucked out, but it was a glorious win. Like we were all like, fuck yeah. So it was great gaming. So yeah, hell yeah, Nips, Couch, Fenlor, and Dabber Ranch. It was fucking good times. It was one of those moments where I was like, I fucking love this game. And it's good shit. All right. So yeah, that's what I've been playing. So let's move on if you want.
Woo! Finally! Woo! Jesus is back!
Oh, I also played Star Wars Battlefront 2. A lot of that with Dabber Ranch. They were doing double XP, then triple XP. We played, pretty much, we were bouncing around with like every single mode.
You see the level cap of that got raised to 1,000?
No, oh man, there's some high fucking, when you run into like a level 44 Obi-Wan on the field that's just wrecking your shit, it sucks. It's
wait till you run into a level 1,000 player in 10 years.
Dude, I can only imagine. Dabs was telling me he saw like 126 or something like that. But man, I didn't know they could go as far as 1,000. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
and those players are fucking good by that time.
It was 125 or 26, I think. That was the cap.
Oh, that was the cap. Now it's 1,000.
Now it's 1,000.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they were like, fuck it, we raised it to 1,000. Why not?
Yeah, because I bet those people that capped out at 125 were probably bitching like, dude, what am I doing anymore? You know, I'm just like,
it gives you something to play for. I mean, you have everything unlocked at that point.
Well, it's funny. It's kind of like the level 100, like Gen 100 on Titanfall 2.
Yeah, like there's no.
It takes so fucking. Like how much I play that game. I'm like Gen 47.
Like, why would you get to that forever? Point? It's like I remember what was that game? Call of Duty Black Ops 2. I remember I max prestige that shit. And it was like the only game I ever done that in. Where like nice. I reached like the level, I think it's level 15 where like you get the gold guns and you get the gold badge and everything's gold and shit. And then once I did that, like that was like the last game where they limited the cap. Like once you reach 15, you were done. And like after that, every other game they made after that, like Modern Warfare 3 on out, they ended up fucking doing it where like
cap 100.
Yeah, like no, cap is 2,000. I'm like, what?
I know.
Why would I want to be that? Like,
bitches.
Play forever now. Fuck you, I know. Man. I don't want to play this shit. Like I don't even care about prestige anymore.
Yeah, me neither.
Anyways, let's get into some video game news.
Prestige is just a number.
Lots of news this week, guys and girls. Let's get into it. So we got some pretty big news this week. We got lots of E3 news. Lots of.
Oh yeah, E3.
E3 is happening, people.
What's this? What's this E3 thing?
E3, P3, C3. It's here, motherfuckers. E3 is here. Anyways, so pretty much kicking off E3 here. Google Stadia came out this week and did their like Stadia fucking thing, like the big video showing everyone Stadia.
Yeah, I actually listened to it when I was working the other day.
Did you guys watch this?
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so we got to see like pretty much what they were talking about, like they're streaming. This is the streaming thing. We got the streaming, and they show like the connection speeds that you need to stream the Stadia on, like what kind of connection speeds you need. Which, in my opinion, they're pretty good, right? Like
I think so too.
Like the connections are not very. They're not very high. Like, you don't need a high connection to be able to stream even 4K HDR, which they say is their best quality that they have at this point is 4K, 60 frames a second with HDR. So if your TV supports HDR, your monitor supports HDR, you're going to be able to take advantage of that. If your TV is 4K, take advantage of that. If your TV is... Well, most TVs support 60 frames a second. You should be able to take advantage of that. Now... To get that type of picture, I guess I would say display picture, you're gonna need 35 megabytes per second internet connection. That is the recommended minimum for that type of streaming. For 1080p, you're gonna need around 20 megabytes per second. That's HDR. It also does HDR, and it does 60 frames a second. Now to get 720p. Which is the lowest they go, I think, is that, right? 720p, 60 frames. All you need is 5 megabytes per second, minimum.
I thought it was 10.
That's crazy.
Well, you can get it at 5, they said.
Okay.
But it's going to lag out a little bit. They do say the recommended...
If all that's based off of, like, single-player games or how it handles, like, multiplayer games, because that's kind of, like, where... You definitely run into more lag.
It says recommended 10 megabytes per second. You're right, Mayo, but I guess minimum 5 if you want like a little bit of lag or something there.
Yeah, I got you. I find it kind of odd though. They do talk about your down, but they never talk about your upload because you're gonna need some kind of upload speed to
for the multiplayer shit, right?
Well, just your input from your controller going back to their you want to call it their servers. So like that's where your latency is going to be at going. From our PC or what we're playing on our device to what they're playing, what they're using to broadcast the game. So what kind of upload are we going to have? They don't mention that at all.
Yeah, what's the upload? I want to know.
Yeah, I'm trying to see where if there's anything about the upload.
One thing I was pretty excited about though is so when they were talking about the games that they had announcing for it, and then they talked about Destiny, I was like, or Destiny 2, I was like, oh shit. So this means like. I wonder what they're going to have as far as their player base. Is it just going to be like Stadia, or is it going to be like, are they going to make cross-platform play? Is it going to be a thing? But So I Googled it right away, right when I heard that. And so they didn't really make any announcements on the whole cross-platform play yet, but it was exciting to hear that Destiny 2, with all this going on, is implementing the cross-platform saving. So if you're playing like on Destiny on PS4, you can actually save and port you can load up your character on Xbox or Stadia now, or on vice versa.
You do have to pick your main account though, so you got to go into the battle launcher thing or whatever.
Yeah,
and you have to pick the main account. You have to pick which one do you want to use.
I know, so I should probably say a proper goodbye to my PS4 characters because they're definitely going. But I'll probably do one last mission with each of them, one last strike, do a little goodbye, and then bring on my Xbox. I'm so excited because actually I have a couple friends that play Destiny 2 on the PS4, and that's why I actually got it.
That's a good move.
That's a good move by
Destiny. The Destiny that's a smart move from them. Big news from Stadia is that Destiny will be free on Stadia on launch. So you're going to be able to play Destiny 2 for free on there at launch.
That's pretty fucking tight. And
you do have to buy the expansion though. You do have to buy the latest expansion. I forget what it's called. It's all over Steam.
But that's super smart because all of a sudden these people who, they wouldn't, all these Destiny 2 players are like, well, why would I want to jump on another thing and restart my characters? And they're like, oh no, you've been playing on Xbox, you've been playing on PS4. Shit, just bring them on, just load it on Stadia and you're good to go.
Yeah. I also heard
that's awesome.
I also heard it's coming to Steam for free too.
So. So pretty much so let's go Stadia first, and then we'll go into Destiny here in a second.
Yes.
So Stadia, the subscription has been unveiled to be $9.99 per month. That's $10 a month for the Pro subscription. Stadia itself is free though, up to 1080p streaming. So if you don't want to take advantage of the 4K, because say you don't want to use up that much bandwidth or whatever the fuck, so you don't have to. That'll be free. This is modeled like I thought it was going to be modeled. They give you the streaming platform, but you must still buy your own games. So, like I said in the past, where it's going to be like a Steam thing where you have to buy the games and then.
Well, it's a combination though. They also have the monthly subscription.
But
right?
No, it's not. No, the monthly subscription is only going to give you one game for free. That's Destiny.
Oh,
the monthly subscription
it was a small library or
is to be able to stream up to 4K, 60 frames a second. So I think if you want the best quality experience out of it, you want the Pro subscription, which also gives you access to something more like a Founders Badge, all kinds of other shit. That's for the Founders Edition, right? So let's see. For $9.99 a month, you get resolutions up to 4K, frame rate 60 frames a second. You get 5.1 surround sounds. You get additionally free games released regularly, starting with Destiny 2 Collection. So I'm guessing every month or so, they'll probably be here's a free game. Maybe.
Yay.
Also, you will get Stadia Pro exclusive discounts on select game purchases with the Pro edition of the Stadia. Stadia base, you can only get up to 1080p. You get 60 frames a second. You only get stereo sound. You can buy games whenever you want. You do not get any additional free games, and you do not get any Stadia discounts on games. So I guess there's that, right? If you think the discounts are worth it, if you want the 4K streaming, you're going to need this Stadia Pro subscription. So now Stadia has unveiled a new Stadia Founders Edition. That is $120. How much is it? Let me look at my shopping cart here.
$129.
$129. You can pick up to 3 different controllers. There's the white one with the black buttons and the black joysticks. There's the black one with the white buttons and the white joysticks. There's the one that's called looks like a fucking lime green or whatever with gray and shit. It's kind of different colors. They all come packed in with one of those Google Chromecast Pros or whatever. So you get one of those as well. So the difference between a regular controller and a Stadia controller is the Stadia controller actually connects directly to your Wi-Fi, whereas an Xbox controller or a PlayStation controller, you're going to have to connect via USB to your thing that you're using. So if you're using a PC, you're going to have to connect it via Bluetooth to your PC or via USB to your PC, and then that's going to send, the signal out to the Wi-Fi or the connection, the internet, to Google and then back. Whereas
unless
your Stadia
keyboard, I mean, it's kind of already there.
Yeah, unless you can use mouse and keyboard as well, and then of course the Stadia controller just connects to the Wi-Fi. So if you're in your house and you want to play on the TV downstairs, you just fucking go downstairs. If you have a Chromecast, I'm assuming you just turn on the controller and start playing, which is pretty cool, right?
That's pretty cool.
So yeah,
I guess if you travel a lot, that'd be hella rad, actually.
Yeah, so
you just bring a controller with you.
The Stadia controller, so it has like a few different things on there. It has like a share button. It has like different connection buttons or whatever on the controller itself. And then besides that, like, that's really what we know about Stadia at this point. They pretty much said the price. They've said how much it's going to be. They said what you need to play with it. You need at least that much internet. There's been some things coming out, though, around this whole situation with Google Stadia, though, and how much bandwidth it's going to use up. There was something where I read, like, it was going to take up to, like, a terabyte every fucking 36 hours of gameplay or some shit, right? Like, that is crazy. Like, a terabyte every 36 hours of a game being streamed.
Do you guys have caps where you guys are at on data right now?
We do, yeah, I do.
You do? Okay. Yeah, like where I'm at, we do not have caps yet. And I'm just waiting for the day for them to tell us we're going to have caps. And I think like Stadia and maybe xCloud is going to kind of encourage all the internet providers to do caps.
Yeah.
But
Jonathan, do you have a cap? What do you use, Jonathan? You use Comcast?
I use Comcast. I don't know if we have a cap.
You have a cap.
I mean,
I have a cap,
but
Comcast.
We might have paid for unlimited though, because I know on our cell phones and shit, we always go for unlimited. So
you have to call them though. The unlimited is not just offered. You have to call them and tell them, hey, like I need the unlimited.
I see. Well, I know we were.
They don't even have it on their website like announced or anything. It doesn't say like, hey, pay extra for it. Like it doesn't even.
Well, we definitely like I play a lot, and we're constantly streaming shit, and we haven't had like a spike in our bills, so I think we're good. But we're actually going to go in there. We have to. We do have to. We're at this point. We keep getting this notice that we have like an old piece of their equipment that we need to bring in, so we're going to go in there and kind of haggle. We want to haggle for a new subscription, anyways. So I'm gonna make sure that if we don't, we do. But I'm pretty sure, like,
make sure you do, man.
I'm sure we would have got hit with like, yeah.
They give you 3 months grace period. So if you only went over it once or twice, they're gonna give you a grace for this. You get 3 different months and you can go over it. So maybe you hit the cap 1 month, but you don't realize it. Maybe you haven't hit it the other months because you haven't downloaded any games. But maybe come this fall, you're gonna hit it again.
I've downloaded so many games. I am constantly
Like in my house, dude. My brother has a fucking problem where he downloads a game every fucking day. Like he downloads everything that's free on Xbox.
That's what you were saying. That's crazy.
He has 400, 500 games on his fucking hard drives that he only plays zombies. I'm like, what the fuck do you have 500 games for?
He gets every game. But
every fucking. I'm not even fucking kidding, dude. He has every fucking game that he can have downloaded. So like our data goes over like terabytes every month, 2 terabytes easily every month.
So he's a hoarder and an obsessor or a single obsessor at the same time or whatever.
Yeah, he has a problem. Anyways, but I mean, so like we do have data caps in Oregon. I know Comcast for a fact has them. Like I said, people, they do not advertise that they have unlimited plans, but they do have them. You have to call them. Like I said, I called them 1 month and I was like, hey, what the fuck is this shit? I'm going over my data. Like, you guys need to give me unlimited. I used to have unlimited. And they're like, well, we'll charge you $50 extra for it. So that's what I got. It's only $50 extra, but it's totally worth it. Because you rather, tell you what, you rather pay $50 extra than end up paying like $300 extra, which is what they can charge up to, I think, on your bill. If you go over the data, they can charge you up to like $350 extra on your bill.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
That's their cap.
Yeah, I'm sure like one of those happening, and you're like, no,
$600
now.
I shouldn't have streamed all that porn. Fuck.
My wife, like, what did you order? I'm like, nothing.
Right.
Anyways, so there's that. I mean, so be careful with that, people. So, like, 1 terabyte of data for every, like, 36 hours being played on your Stadia. It is fucking insane. That's crazy. That's a lot of fucking data, dude.
I just wonder about all that data transferring in the air. How much of it goes through your brain? It's like walking around. So.
Oh god, no, don't start with that shit, Jonathan. Dude, Stadia causes cancer.
How much data is just constantly everywhere now?
Maybe we can soak some of that knowledge in, that data flowing through us.
I know.
So yeah, there's that. I don't know. I kind of want to pre-order I think I'm going to pre-order the Founders Edition. I just haven't done so yet because I'm waiting to see what Xbox has to show me tomorrow or Sunday.
Yeah,
as soon as Xbox tells me that they don't show me anything good that I think that they're going to show, if they don't deliver, I'm pre-ordering Stadia.
Right. That was my first question I was going to ask was, how do you think they're going to compete against Sony and Microsoft? It sounds like they have a lot of third-party titles, but say Microsoft and Sony offer the same kind of 4K 60 FPS and the same price point, except for with Microsoft, you get all the first-party titles. And so you can look at xCloud and you have your Halos and your Forzas and your Gears and your Sea of Thieves, or you can look at xCloud for this or Stadia for the same price, and you have the third-party titles that you may have on xCloud. And I know Stadia is going to be working on developing some, but it's going to take some time. So who holds the advantage there when Microsoft and Sony starts pushing their streaming services?
Definitely Microsoft. The thing that I think Stadia has over Microsoft is I think Stadia has proven itself that it works. Microsoft still hasn't. Like I said, I was in that Stadia beta bullshit thing and playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, dude. It works, man. Like, it fucking works.
Yeah.
I moved my joystick.
I feel like Google can do anything.
I moved my joystick and the fucker's moving at the same time I'm moving the joystick. And if there was ever a latency, it was very, 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 very little. Like, it's like... So it's like maybe... Not even a half a second. Like, it was milliseconds, dude. Like, how the latency was. Which can make a huge difference in a shooter. Like, if you're playing a first-person shooter, you're going to notice it right away. I would definitely notice it, like, playing Destiny or something. If I'm playing competitive and I'm trying to kill someone and I shoot at them and the gun takes a little too long to shoot, you're going to notice. But playing, like, single-player games, you're not going to notice that. And I think Google has proved itself. It really has, and is ready to launch. I just don't think Xbox is ready to launch. I think they have it. I just don't think they're going to launch it this year. I think they're going to be in beta this year. It's going to be a beta. It's not going to be on launch. Whereas Stadia is just like, we're just launching. We don't give a fuck. We're going. We're
they are Microsoft. I mean, they have like the Microsoft power behind them.
They have the Microsoft power behind them, but they're going to be in beta, man. That's the thing. I don't want to be in a beta. I want to be in something that's a full product. Stadia is a full product.
Isn't Stadia, from my understanding, like, if you get the Founders Pack, that comes out in November, but the actual free version is not coming out until 2020, right? Is that what I read?
That is true, yeah. So you have to be a part of the $10 pack to be able to play it this year. Even if you don't buy the Founders Pack, you don't have to buy the Founders Pack to play it this year. You can just wait till November 8th and sign up for a Pro subscription and pay $10 a month and use your Xbox controller if that's what you feel like doing. Which, I mean, I could end up doing that as well. I could end up just not buying the Founders Pack, plugging my PC to my TV via HDMI, going to GoogleStadia.com, signing up for a subscription for $10 a month, or they're probably going to have lots of trials. You probably sign up for a fucking trial and play Destiny for free for a month and see how it works.
Man, if they get Stadia, if you can access it through like Comcast, like that shit's gold.
That's the gold, right? Like if they make a deal with something, or just one cable, Comcast, the biggest one.
I just picture my wife paying it, like it's just some like just funky ass games that she could be into. Like I could definitely picture her as being like the target for that.
Hey, press this button on your fucking Comcast control remote thing on your cable box, and now you're on Stadia. Woo, Stadia's everywhere.
And then all of a sudden, like,
think about it. Not just that, but everyone that already owns a Google Chromecast to stream Netflix and Hulu and shit.
Yeah.
Stadia is built into that already.
Yeah,
Right.
I could.
It's
definitely
there
see
because
that.
that's what they're selling me. If I go to Stadia.com to the store and go to the Founders Edition, I'm not buying a box. I'm not just buying the controller. I'm buying the controller, which is $60, and you get a Google Chromecast with it. That's what they're sending me, a Chromecast. So I'm assuming they're going to push out an update this fall to all the Chromecasts out there. And if you already have one, you're probably going to have to update it or go to the store, buy a new one for $40 or whatever, and go home and plug it in, and you have Stadia in your home on your TV, any TV, for $40. You have a console that can play 4K, 60 frames a second, HDR on your TV for $40, not $500 like an Xbox One X.
Right.
For $40. That's a fucking game changer, dude. The only downside to this whole situation right now is
suck, though. So
you can only buy
future,
you can only buy the Stadia controller via the Founders Pack, and I really want that controller. The one thing that I do find though that there's a loophole to this. I already found it.
Oh yeah.
If one of the listeners out there, I'm being serious, if one of you guys out there has decided to buy the Founders Pack, buy the extra controller, because you can buy an extra controller as a founder. You can buy another controller for $60 more.
Ooh.
I'll pay you for that extra controller, and I'll pay you to ship it to me.
Well, how about maybe you can just do it, and I can just meet up.
Buy the fucking extra controller, and I'll give you the money for the controller, and you just give me the controller.
Yeah. Let's talk about that shit.
Yeah, man, because literally you can do that.
Oh wait, I don't know though. I was kind of saving up my money though for the Atari.
Hey, Jonathan, you know that also that Founders Pack comes with a 3-month subscription for a friend. Yeah. So if we kind of play our cards right, maybe one of us can get that 3-month subscription.
Shit. All right,
so you get quite a bit of stuff with the Founders Pack. So think about it this way: you're gonna get the Stadia controller, you get the Chromecast Pro, you get the 3-month subscription to Stadia Pro. On top of that, you get a Founders badge on your profile for Stadia. And you get, like, first dibs on, like, the username that you want to pick on Stadia. You get first dibs. Like, they tell you, like, hey, dude, you get, like, the first pick of whatever fucking name you want on Stadia.
Yeah, no, I want this for my wife.
You've always wanted to be Star Wars fan Jedi 1 or whatever. You could be that now forever. I just said that because I looked at the Star Wars thing on top of my desk here.
Oh my god! Have you seen that Star Wars VR thing coming out soon? Oh, shit,
it's already out.
The Vader one or whatever.
It's out for the Oculus Quest.
Yeah. It looks fucking so
Anyways,
good.
I mean, so that's Stadia, people. So that's the news we have there for that. I mean, I personally think it's going to be a hit, man.
I think this is actually a crazy E3. Like, so, E3s have been kind of like getting kind of like predictable for the past like 5 years or whatever. Yeah.
This is the changer, dude.
This one is just really fucking shit up. I mean, I don't even know what to expect. Like, there's so much crazy. Like, the meta has definitely been changed.
I have another question for you too. It's kind of a thought I had today. Okay. So, do you think this is the future of gaming?
Do I think that Stadia is the future of gaming?
Well, the streaming.
I mean,
yes, but not the immediate future.
I also think the future Xbox and then PS4s. Well, at least the Xbox is going to be in the future just a controller as well.
So,
like I see it going that way.
I see it going that way too. But what my question is, where does this leave VR? Because right now we cannot have any wireless VR. Like all of our VRs have to be hooked up to a console.
No, you don't have to. Oculus Quest.
It's right around the corner. Right around the corner.
Oculus Quest already released.
Stream to our VRs.
Yes, Oculus Quest is. Listen, Oculus Quest is already out. That's been released. You can go buy one at the store right now for $400.
That has like a lot of like phone kind of games. Am I understanding?
No, that's the one that has like full. It has full VR games. You can play Beat Saber. You can play one. You can play that
Vader thing. That amazing.
Star Wars experience is only available on the Quest. It's an exclusive game to them.
Yeah,
they made.
Like I want to actually pick up a Quest for that. Like
so
good.
like the Quest is. It is the newest VR that's standalone. You don't even need a PC for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I knew of it, but I didn't.
So think about that. Like,
what kind of games it offers.
If the next version of that headset connects straight, well, that one probably connects to Wi-Fi. But like, say if they figure out a way to stream games to that at 120 frames a second, that changes VR forever. Because now developers don't need to go to a console manufacturer. They can just be like, "Hey, we're playing our VR game on this VR headset. Go play it now, people! Boom, 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 boom!" Like. VR becomes mainstream. This can make VR mainstream. Oculus Quest can really do that for people.
Mm-hmm. Or even a Stadia. Yeah, Stadia seems to adapt it. Yeah, just have the thing, all that shit running through.
The future of gaming is streaming. That's it, hands down.
Yeah.
I don't care what you say. I don't care if you live out in the boonies like MechMod told me today. Like, yo, man, I live in the middle of nowhere. My best internet speed is 2 megabytes or whatever. I'm like, cool, dude. But that's not your future forever. Eventually, internet is going to go nationwide, spread the fuck out. And stuff like this is what's going to push the internet to go nationwide and, like, spread out and build better infrastructure. Because everything's moving to the fucking internet, dude. Just everything's moving there. Like, it's too big. It's too big to stop at this point. You cannot stop it. You cannot contain it. It's like a thing. It's like a virus, right? It just keeps spreading in. It can't be contained, dude. It's too much. So, like, the internet needs to be improved. Now, how are companies going to improve that? Who knows? Like, Google tried. Google tried to do the fiber. They tried. They got fucking shut down because of lobbyists and shit. The one downside to all this is the government. Mm-hmm. The government has stupid fucking laws and regulations. Like, you cannot put a fucking fiber optic cable through this area because it's going to disrupt traffic too much during construction hours and blah, blah, blah. Or the fucking ducks are going to die if you dig a hole in this fucking park and put a wire in there. The ducks will eat the wire and die. Just dumb shit like that, right? So you gotta figure out a way to spread the internet. And I think one of those ways is like the way Amazon has been thinking about doing it with drones. That's one way to do it. Cell phone towers, 5G networks is another way to do it. And like, it's just going to go that way, you know what I mean? Where wireless networks may be the future. Instead of fiber optic cables, we're looking at a Wi-Fi world where Wi-Fi delivers the fastest connection possible, not a cable anymore.
I did read a line when I was doing some research on stuff today. I did see an article saying that in the U.S. right now, the average download rate is 18 meg in the U.S. It's not like real high compared to the rest of the world. But 18 meg is a decent number. So, I mean, that means a lot of people can do at least a 720p, you know. So, unfortunately, like here in Ohio, we're in spots. We have a lot of farmland out here, and a lot of the farmland is still like my in-laws are still on basically dial-up. and it's crazy to me, like when we go to visit, like they pay like such a premium for this dial-up. I mean, they're talking $50, $60 a month with a data cap to get not even a meg download. It just blows my mind when I'm sitting here paying $80 a month and I'm getting like 600 meg down, you know, and I'm an hour away. You know, it's crazy.
But like I'm saying, man, like that's because there's no fucking fiber optic cables. Like we need a company to come out, and it could be Google. Like they could team up with Amazon or maybe themselves. They could just launch a fucking fleet of drones or blimps or whatever, or build cell phone towers. Something needs to be done to bring internet across the country. It's gonna happen, dude. It's gonna happen.
I remember back in the day. This was an old article I read, and this was kind of a neat concept back in the day. I don't know if it works so much now, but back when standard definition television went away, when that signal quit working and all that kind of stuff, those signals and those frequencies went up for sale, and the government actually supposedly bought a bunch of those, and actually at one point in time was supposed to be planning to offer free, basically Wi-Fi countrywide to everybody, that way, because they want the people in the community to have Wi-Fi. The poorer communities, the rougher neighborhoods would have Wi-Fi access, but it would be like dial-up speed. It would be nothing fast, but they would have access to the internet. But I think a lot of that got shut down because our phone companies are like, well, if this guy can get Wi-Fi while he's out there on the street, they don't need our data package. I feel like it got shut down, you know, by those guys. But who knows? But I thought that was kind of a neat concept. Could you imagine just having free Wi-Fi no matter where you went all the time?
There's a city in Oregon. Is actually Jonathan is actually, I think it's Aloha or something like that here in Oregon, where the city itself offers you the Wi-Fi. You do not pay. You don't pay Comcast. You pay the fucking city like a monthly tax or whatever. Every year on your taxes, you pay them.
Portland did it. They had like the Portland Wi-Fi. Yeah, it was just like citywide.
You don't pay Comcast. You pay the fucking city for the Wi-Fi, and they're like, "Here, you got fucking Wi-Fi, dude." Boom.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. I always wish like if the Maxes of the buses had like USB slots so you could charge your phone and be on the Wi-Fi. Well, man,
you're asking for too much.
That'd be awesome. Whatever.
But I mean, like that's what I'm saying. Like the future is the streaming, and I think the streaming is going to be a big thing, man, in the future, and it's going to happen. It's going to be what's going to happen. That's all I could think of with that. Because I mean, consoles are cool and all, but I mean, it costs money, man. It costs money to make a console.
That's what.
It's more cost efficient for Microsoft and Google and Sony PlayStation to make a lot of investments into this streaming, figure out a data center and how to stream your shit from a data center through the internet to somebody on a fucking couch somewhere, than it is for them to figure out how to make a fucking box, pay somebody to build these boxes, pay the companies to sell them the chips to put in these boxes, ship the boxes across a fucking ocean, put them in a retail store, pay a retail store, like give them a cut of your fucking sales to put them on their shelves. Like, it's a lot more work doing all that to get a retail box to somebody's house than it is to get you to sign up to something on the internet.
And just send you a controller.
Literally, like go to Xbox.com, sign in, play games. Like, I mean, so much easier to do that than it is to go to the store, buy an Xbox, go home, set it up, update it.
I think Blockbuster would beg to differ.
Fuck you, Blockbuster. That's the reason Blockbuster died. Netflix killed them because Netflix made it more convenient for people to just rent movies at home and stay at home and wait for the shit to come in the mail and stream.
The whole thing you said, you didn't need to go buy a TV or a VCR or a DVD player or a fucking Blu-ray player.
You didn't have to do that.
You just had to have a subscription.
$8 a month, you could stream movies, even though there were shitty movies back then. Like, you were still streaming movies.
It's cool that it seemed like the Xbox saw it coming though, and they were kind of like early adapting. Like, we need to like brace ourselves for this shit. And like Sony was like, "What?"
And like now you see Sony scrambling, and they're scrambling. Sony is scrambling, and I think Sony at the same time they're scrambling, but they're still in an okay position because they've already bought Gaikai.
Totally.
They bought Gaikai before even Microsoft had a streaming service.
Yeah,
they already had one.
They're definitely not struggling.
So they're gonna be okay, I think, because they already had Gaikai. They know how to do it. They just need to improve it.
And then they struck that deal with Microsoft to use Azure or whatever.
Servers,
So yeah.
So
but it's cool though.
I think it's the future, man. There's no way around it.
This E3 is a glimpse into definitely a glimpse into like what we're looking at for the next 10 years or 5 years or whatever.
I say
it's a game changer.
We get the new Xbox, the new PlayStation the next year or two, right? Next year probably. We're gonna get the new consoles. I say those consoles last us 8-10 years. As a console, as a life cycle, it's gonna be like an 8-year life cycle. I think with that long life cycle, we're gonna have iterations throughout that life cycle of that console, of like Xbox controllers that connect to Wi-Fi, and PlayStation controllers that connect to Wi-Fi. And hey, look guys, we have an updated version of our Xbox, but it's not really a console. It's just this controller thing. You buy this controller for $100. This thing connects to the Wi-Fi, and you're going to be able to play 5K games now instead of just 4K on your Xbox, whatever it's called.
Whatever. I saw advertising for an 8K TV the other day.
Yes, but what I'm saying is the internet needs to. You need to stay with the internet.
Jesus.
No. Listen, you can't do that. You got to stay with the internet. You cannot stream 8K games. If 4K games take up a terabyte of data at 30 hours. Jeez, imagine what an 8K fucking game would do. 2 terabytes in 36 hours. Companies would go fucking pissed. They would be pissed. So you got
But we're talking the future, though. We're talking like 5 years.
I even think 5 years from now, we're not gonna have 5K gaming. 8K gaming it might be a thing, but it's gonna be like a PC thing. It's gonna be some people that are hardcore about it, and it won't be cheap. And it won't be cheap. No, and it won't be a Stadia thing.
Oh, it'll definitely be an Atari thing. VCS fucking nailed it.
Atari is so dead. They're like.
No way.
They're catching up. Listen, Atari is catching up to the Nintendo 64 while the Xbox and the PlayStation are like launching shit into space. I have a feeling
that they're coming in like soft, but they're gonna break out some shit that we didn't see coming.
All right. Atari is playing with fucking sticks and stones and shit, while fucking Microsoft and Sony are building rockets to go into space, motherfucker. That's how behind the VCS is of this shit. It just doesn't even compete. It doesn't even... Atari, you're not even going to hear one person mention Atari at E3. Not one fucking person's going to mention Atari at E3 2019. And you know what that means? Atari is fucking dead. It's dead before it even came out. They had the chance to come out. They had the chance to keep up the hype. They didn't keep the fucking hype.
So you don't think they're going to be at E3?
No fucking way they're going to be. They cannot afford to be there. You know how much it costs?
I'm Googling this thing right now.
You know how much it costs for a booth at E3 for a big company like that to get a booth, a decent-sized booth? Millions of dollars. Millions. Atari, 10 millions of dollars.
At E3. Let's see here. I guess they recently reopened this doors to the public. So that's a good sign.
You can have one guy in there wearing an Atari T-shirt, handing out flyers.
I'm not finding an answer, but I think that's only because Microsoft is blocking it.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Google is blocking it. Google's blocking the search results.
They're blocking Atari's information. Yeah. There's a blackout. A media blackout.
Bullshit. Atari is dead. It can't even compete. Like I said, they're pushing rocks and stones while these other companies are flying into space with rockets and shit. Like, you can't compete, dude. Load. Anyways, other than that, we got some more information now about Destiny. It's going free to play. Pretty big news there. Cross-platform play across all the platforms. You got to pick one account, though, and make that your main one that you're going to carry across all the platforms.
Oh, and all Sony's exclusives are open to everybody now?
No.
I thought I read yes.
No.
I thought I read the Sony exclusive. There's no more exclusive content.
You got to get it on the PlayStation, though. You cannot get that on the Xbox.
Wait.
Your Sony content is coming to Sony first.
Yeah. No. I mean, but wait, hold on a second. I'm pretty sure I read
the Destiny content is still coming to PlayStation first because they have that deal from years ago. They can't break that.
Wait, I'm just saying that. So all the stuff that was what I'm saying is all the stuff that was exclusive to the PS4 version of Destiny 2.
Is it coming to now even on now? I don't know.
Yeah, even on Xbox or on the fucking PC or on your Stadia.
Well, like this,
when you have your picture, you should be able to have all that shit.
That new DLC coming out. Even that new DLC coming out is coming out a week early on PlayStation. So it's still technically early access there. They're just doing it a week early instead of a month.
Right. But yeah, I guess I didn't think about new stuff, but I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that all the previous exclusive content is going to anyone can get it now.
Also, they're moving away from was it the Battle.net launcher? They're moving over to Steam now.
Oh. Yeah, there's also that's cool.
So Battle.net was pretty much bought out by Activision. Mm-hmm. And there was kind of a rift in there because Activision is basically kind of telling them what to do. Basically, like, hey, you got to do this way. And a lot of people from Battle.net have left, like developers and, Diablo developers and Hearthstone developers. A lot of these guys are all leaving and getting jobs other places. And it just sounds like Activision just really went in and messed Blizzard up. And, I read an article today, about Bungie saying now that they're away from Activision, we're going to be so much better.
Well, I think they've actually come out and they said like they want to make Destiny the vision they had for Destiny was the original vision they had for it. Mm-hmm. They said Microsoft. They said Activision fucked it all up. They wanted to monetize the shit out of it because they wanted to make their money back, right, of the investment of buying out Bungie or whatever. So, yeah, now they can focus on their vision for Destiny 2. which is
man,
like a 10-year game.
dude.
All that fucking bullshit about crossplay and all that.
Well, the new update looks awesome. The one in September. So basically, I forgot what it's called, but like Aaron's mom's back, and basically, she's talking about the Dark Below was coming back. So it sounds like, I don't know. I'm stoked. There's lots of that story arc or whatever looks pretty awesome. Aaron's mom is pretty tight. So.
I feel like this game, for it to really make a full comeback, is going to need to be just full crossplay. Just get everybody, PC, Xbox, PlayStation, all together because, I got it for the PC really late, and I actually got it on Humble Bundle for $12. And a couple friends and we started playing it, and they dropped off really fast. And I thought, it was all right. I was having fun with it. It kind of felt like Halo, and we were playing through it, and then them guys just left me. And so then I'm playing by myself, and I'm going, not so fun by myself,
Yeah.
And so I
it's totally a friend game, and I'm glad the Destiny 2 is becoming cross-platform because it doesn't just help the companies build up their pool of gamers. It helps us, the gamers.
Well, I don't
like
know if
us. It helps my podcast and like HGP, and the fact that like now we can set up community that goes across everything now. Like we don't have to have a fucking the PlayStation clan, the PC clan, the Xbox clan, the Stadia clan. We just be like, hey, everyone, join the HGP clan.
I can have Jonathan carry me through this game.
So,
I'm not the one to carry. We'll have a good time, but we're gonna get fucking blasted. But we'll definitely, we'll get someone good with us for sure. I got a couple good friends. But geez, I don't think they announced actually cross-platform play yet. But it seems like right now they just announced that whole cross-platform saving. But it seems though, with all the, especially, I even think about some of the other shit, like even Apple coming into the scene and
Apple
the xCloud on its own, but like.
Recently, Apple has come out and they've actually said, "Hey, look, on your Apple TV, the Xbox controller and the PlayStation controller works." Yeah,
cool. Yeah, that's crazy. But so
streaming is the fucking future, man. You don't need shit no more. No, fuck, I'm gonna throw this PC. Anyone want a PC? Anyone wants a PC? $50.
Why are you going to limit yourself to 60 FPS? Oh my gosh.
$50, guys, PC.
It's just like it's a stab in the heart.
I thought 60 FPS
I'll
was
trade
trash.
my gaming
I thought
PC.
That was blinding you. I hurt your Jesus eyeballs.
I'll trade my gaming PC for 2 Stadia controllers and a Chromecast.
My eyes are already bleeding for you, Jesus.
Oh man, but I think cross-platform play is going to have to happen because of all these different, options to play the game.
Not even that, just Call of Duty has it too this year. Like that's huge. That game, dude, that guarantees that this Call of Duty is gonna fucking outshine any fucking shooter that comes out there. Any shooter. It could be anything. It could be fucking Halo Infinite coming out this fucking fall, and Call of Duty is gonna be bigger than fucking Halo Infinite, dude. They could come out the same fucking day, and Call of Duty is gonna be like, we sold like $3 billion in 2 hours.
PS4, Xbox, and the PC,
because you can play anything.
And Stadia. And Google or xCloud, and
it just works.
And Apple games.
We got Call of Duty on everything, guys. Also, Apple has also now let Steam relaunch their Steam Link app for the iOS, so you can now use Steam Link on your phone, on your Apple phone, on your iPad.
There's some catches to that though. Yeah. You actually cannot purchase any games through the app on Apple.
Well, that's no big deal.
You have to use your library, and you can launch and play your library. Actually can't purchase your games. So you have to literally just get online.
You have to go to a middleman, basically.
Yeah.
Go to Steam.com on your phone browser and buy the game.
Yeah.
You basically have to go to Joey's house where he goes to.
I don't know why they're putting up that fight.
Guys, all you have to do is launch another app, open up Steam.com, and buy the game there, and then go back into the app and play the fucking game.
Jesus, that's too much. I can't do it. I can't do it. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. I gotta just play my game now.
Other news.
But dude, the future. This year is crazy as far as video games and shit goes. Yeah, it's a good year, man.
Even Dauntless, Dauntless, it came out like a year ago on PC. I was in the closed alpha on that game, and I played it, and I'm like, it's okay. It came out on PC, and nobody talked about it, and it's been out for a year on PC.
But you know why it's so
hype? Quiet.
Yeah.
Then it comes out on the console, and it's full crossplay, and that's all I hear about now. Dauntless, we can play together, and it is a fun thought that I can play with some of you PlayStation guys.
I don't know if it would be near as I don't think it would have been near as popular if they didn't announce cross-platform, because that's what got the cross-platform play, because that's what got me like, oh, what is this game? It actually is doing this? And then I was like, I'll give it a shot. If I heard about it, like a free-to-play game that's like, looks like Monster Hunter.
It's a hobo Monster Hunter. I wouldn't give a fuck.
I probably wouldn't have played it. Like,
me and two of my friends, we could go out and slay this monster for 30 minutes and get.
But the fact that it was cross-platform play, you're like, oh, well, shit, I should actually be checking this out. So yeah, it was a good move. It shows that people want it. Mm-hmm. People really fucking want it. So we just need it so bad. Just give it to us, guys. But yeah, no, oh man, yeah, this year. Woo! Oh man, so wait, what else is going on about E3? So there's fucking, oh man, oh yeah, so tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. Fucking finally some stuff on Fallen Order. Are you guys gonna be watching that?
I probably not. I'll have some errands to run.
Yes, I will be watching the EA conference and shit.
Yes, I'm hoping for some. It'd be cool to get some Apex news in there as well. But yeah, man, I'm always pretty excited about E3, and I'm pretty amped about it. I just feel like, this one is so cool.
Yeah. In other news, we have some leaks coming out this recently of E3 leaks, massive leaks here. The new game by George R.R. Martin, the creator of Game of Thrones, has been leaked. He is working with developer From Software. Those are the people who created Dark Souls. This is a new game. It's going to be called Elden Ring. Elden Ring.
Huh.
Elden Ring. It's going to be an RPG game. RPG, guys.
So is it going to go really good is it going to go really good and last a long time, then end really fast on a bad note?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So who knows? I mean, what it's going to be about? Who knows what it's going to be about?
That sounds kind of cool, though.
RPG game. I mean, Game of Thrones is dope, dude. If this dude is writing the story for this game.
And so it's basically why he has his mind executed by the guys that did Dark Souls. I mean, that sounds pretty solid right there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Also, a remastered version of the first Ni no Kuni is going to be coming to the Switch, it looks like. A non-remastered version is also coming. So they got a remastered version and a non-remastered version. So,
why did they just off from together?
Which one do you guys want? We don't care. You guys can have both.
You should have fucking packaged them together. That's the weirdest decision. Why would you make people decide? That's fucking dumb. Oh my god, that hurts my head so bad. Like if Street Fighter did that, if they said, "Oh, hey, here's this Street Fighter 2 whatever edition," or no, whatever, like remastered not and charge me separately for each, that would be bullshit. That sucks.
Let's see, what else do we have here for news? We have some more.
I sound like such an entitled gamer today. It's like I think Stadia and stuff just broke me. I just want everything now for free. Yeah. Entitled.
More Xbox. Let's look over. I know there's a lot of leaks for E3, so let's talk about some E3 stuff here, guys. So we got that From Software, George R.R. Martin. That shit. That's the newest. That's the newest one. Let's go here to the other ones. Watch Dogs Legion is going to be the new Watch Dogs, guys. Watch Dogs Legion.
Isn't it taking place in like Great Britain or some shit like that too? London, yeah.
Yeah. Also, Baldur's Gate 3 is happening.
Cool. I hear a lot of people are excited for that in the PC side. At first, I thought that was going to be another. I'm trying to think of the game right now. Divinity Original Sin sequel, and then kind of last second they were like, it's going to be a Baldur's Gate sequel, and so I know some people are pretty excited about that.
Also, Ninja Theory's game, the new game called Bleeding Edge, has actually leaked. I actually watched the trailer for it. It's kind of fucked up because the trailer says confidential on it. It's like somebody at E3 playing the trailer that they got. Like, hey guys, we're going to record this with our cell phone and put it on fucking Reddit. And that's exactly what they did because this is confidential all over it. And it shows like the gameplay. So it's pretty much this is Ninja Theory's new game. So they're the people who made Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. This is the game they were working on when Microsoft bought them last year. So this is the game they're just finishing it up now and I guess releasing it. It's going to be a 4v4 multiplayer melee combat game called Bleeding Edge. So you're going to have to pick a hero. So like there's different types of heroes you can be. And you're going to be fighting 4v4, kind of like just a fighting game. 4v4 multiplayer, guys.
Yay.
That one kind of surprised me. I thought it'd be more of a single player.
Yeah, I would like more like 3-on-3 or 4-on-4. I mean, why can't we just get more?
I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens. So there's that for that. Also, people, the packaging for Cyberpunk 2077 has seemed to leak. So I got confirmation here that this is a Ultimate Edition packaging. It looks like it comes with a copy of the game, a map. This is all in Polish, so I can't read this.
Oh no!
But it comes with like a.
I don't care.
It looks
It's
like
bought.
a metal case for the game, like a pretty cool looking stand. A postcard from like, I'm assuming the city in the game. A bunch of postcards. Like, I don't know why you would need that. What the fuck is that? Stickers? You get stickers with it. It's a dude in a yellow. The cover is yellow. The dude standing there holding a gun, and it says Cyberpunk 2077 on the front of it. So
Nice.
There's no release date on this promotion. So yeah.
Oh man, I'm looking at this one thing. So I'm seeing Spider-Man. Sorry. Oh shit, I'm looking at E3 2018. Never mind.
Guys, Spider-Man's coming out.
I was gonna say we got Bloodborne 2 coming out, Kingdom Hearts 3.
Jonathan with the breaking news over here.
I know, guys. Shh, guys, keep it under wraps. But we got there's gonna be a Resident Evil 2 remake coming out soon.
Oh, I hope that's gonna be good.
That's gonna be awesome. People might dig it. Yeah. Anyways, go on.
Yeah, so tomorrow morning, apparently, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is going to be the opening for EA at 9:30 a.m. Pacific time, 12:30 Eastern, 5:30 p.m. British time. Apex Legends kicks off at 10 a.m. Battlefield 5, 10:30.
Nice.
FIFA 11. Madden 11:30. The Sims 4 noon. So we're gonna 30 minutes of gameplay for each one, or talking about features and shit. I wonder, is Epic gonna be at E3? Epic Games, are they gonna be at the PC conference?
I think so. Well, they're behind. There's some. No, I guess they're not making Gears anymore. Are they? Are they involved in Gears?
No.
I mean,
not.
I know it's a coalition,
that's
but
the
I don't know if they're
coalition.
still like.
They're not involved in Gears at all.
Okay, so it's just basically Microsoft and coalition.
Epic, all they do now is Fortnite, dude, and PC shit.
Okay, yeah. I just couldn't figure out.
Dauntless.
I can't remember. They were still. Yeah. Anyways,
And have everyone
basically
on the
Joey
PC
and Joey
master
around the
race
corner.
hate them because they buy everything exclusive for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, Mio? Right? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Don't trust my.
Any
opinion.
other news, Mio, that you have to talk about here?
No, I don't have a whole lot. I'm trying to think if there's something else that we haven't hit on, but
Oh, I heard about something about Dino Crisis. I don't know. But
I did hear they were making. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, nothing. I was gonna. No, you go first because I got like just a kind of a random thought afterwards.
Okay. I did happen to see today. I heard they're making a Destroy All Humans remake.
Yes, that actually has released the trailer for it by THQ, right? Nordic.
I didn't watch the trailer, but I heard about it. That could be pretty cool.
Yeah, the new trailer. I actually like those games a lot, dude. I'm not even fucking kidding. Like the last one I played was in 2006 or something. But those games are fun as shit. Destroy.
I think I was working at Blockbuster. I was working at Blockbuster when those were coming out. I remember they ran out
those
pretty
were the
quick.
Shit, dude.
And I think I remember. I played that one even. Enjoyed it. It's good shit. Yeah. But hey, so if there's any like whatever fucking left field like EA banger, like, oh my god, I didn't, no fucking way, thing that you wish would happen, like, is there something you wish would happen?
Apex Legends goes crossplay, like you can carry your character to anything.
Nice. That's a good wish. Because if it's on Stadia,
that's on everything.
Like yeah, shit. I didn't even think about that. That's a good wish.
That'd be a
What about you? What about you? What about you, Mayo?
Mayo's not
Man,
doing
that would make people shit their pants.
Like fucking Apex, you can play this anywhere now. We don't give a shit. Play anywhere.
Play with all your buddies. Yay. Oh man, that'd be awesome.
PS4 people and Xbox people. Yeah, PC plays with anyone. Yeah.
Oh, but then people mouse and keyboard. But then like
mouse and keyboard has an advantage.
But of course, we thought of that you can turn your mouse and keyboard off and off. A new feature. Oh, all right. Thank you, Respawn.
Oh man, do you think that like tomorrow at E3 let's say tomorrow. I mean, fuck it, EA is going tomorrow, right? So let's talk about that. So we have E3 coming out, and I posted this question into the group. There was a tweet by Microsoft that said, "We've invited something new this year to E3."
Oh, that's right.
What do you think they invited? I think they invited Sony or Nintendo to the stage.
That'd be kind of interesting.
I think that they invited them because I think they want to. I think both Nintendo and I think Sony and Xbox know that Stadia is a big fucking competitor.
It would be
huge.
Cool. It would be kind of a slap in the face of Stadia on their first year at E3, and I think it's kind of.
I hope that during E3, during the middle of the conference, Phil Spencer's like, "Oh, hey, hold on, guys.
I need some backup.
Like, I want something to happen where like." He's like, oh, wait, I have somebody to invite on stage. And then he invites the dude from Sony. I forget his name. And the dude comes out wearing his Sony fucking suit because they wear suits all the time over there. He comes out wearing his suit. Hey, guys. Woo, and everyone goes fucking crazy. Like, what the fuck is this Sony guy doing on stage? And they show the Last of Us 2 trailer right in the Microsoft conference.
If it won't Game Pass.
No. And I want them to, like... And for them to like commit to like a cross-platform thing where cross-play is a thing now. We're like you know what? We fucking talked it over, and moving forward, we think that games should be cross-play, and we're going to support developers. We're not going to force people to do cross-play, but if the developers want to do cross-play, it's up to them. We'll let them do it.
That'd be nice.
Like you don't have to force a developer to do cross-play. Developers know that it's in their best interest to do it.
Oh, totally.
But maybe they don't want to. They feel like they're going to lose too much money because people only buy one copy of the game. Then whatever, but like it's going to be a thing. You know what I mean? Like they could come out on stage, and that could be such a huge blow for Stadia because it shows a unity between the two consoles. You know what I mean? And they need to come out and they need to show people this is the best place to play games. It is not Stadia. What the fuck's all these cops going by? Jesus.
I know, you're always in the dangerous part of town. But so wait, you think if
getting shot, having gunshots outside?
You don't think Stadia is going to be involved with it?
Oh, no, I know what it is. It's graduation night at the high school, so they do like a police escort of the high school buses. You know, the high schools, because the high school's right up the street.
I've never heard of that before.
No, listen, okay, the high school's right up the street.
It's some fucking ghetto part of town.
No, the high school's up the street, and what they do is...
Police escort.
The high school's right up the street, and they have the graduation, but they go to grad night, right? And they go to grad night on the school buses. But what the police do in town, since we live in a small town, is they escort the buses all the way out of town, so like they could just go through all the red lights and like they kind of make like a big.
That's pretty cool.
They make it like a big show so like people can know like, hey, these are the fucking graduates of the class of 2019 or whatever. So
hey,
like everyone's
on your
and shit.
graduation trip.
I don't remember, dude. What the fuck did we
went
go?
to Great America. It's fucking awesome.
Really?
Down in
Great America? Fuck.
Vallejo, in Vallejo. It was from Medford, Oregon to Vallejo, California. So it was quite the bus drive, but it was fun.
Crazy. No, we didn't go that far. I think we probably went to that Wild Waves in Washington. What the fuck is it called?
Wild Waves? Oh, shit.
That water park in Washington. Wild Waves? No, Wild Waves. Is it called Wild Waves?
Wild Waves sounds familiar.
Yeah, they make a big fucking noise. I forgot completely about the graduation today. Fuck. Sorry, guys.
What about you, Mayo? Did you ever? Where'd you guys go in your graduation shit?
I don't remember. I think we went to DC.
God, you guys go like fucking far. Jesus.
Well, DC's not really that far.
We went 5 states away, guys.
Escort all the way over there.
No, the police doesn't escort them all the way to the location, but they like escort them out of town to like the end of the fucking highway.
where it's safe again.
Where it's safe. All right, guys, you're not gonna you don't have the risk of getting shot at in this part of town anymore. Keep going. I live in the middle of Compton, guys.
But yeah, man. Cross-platform. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see though if how all this pulls out. Like, if first of all, if Xbox and PS4 are gonna play nice, or if Xbox and Sony are gonna play nice, and then if they're gonna play nice with Stadia, or if they're gonna be their own ecosystems, man, it feels like it feels like a sitcom of some sorts. What
if Xbox invited Stadia to the stage? And Stadia comes out on Google comes on stage. Hey guys, we bought Microsoft's Xbox. We are the actual Stadia is Xbox. Woo!
Ooh, Stadia is so smooth and so
Stadia Master Race. We fuck PC. We're not gonna make PCs anymore. We're moving to Stadia. Woo!
But yeah, because I can see him as it's gonna be so weird. We need to make a. We need.
What do you think they invited? What do you think they mean by? What do you think they mean by we invited something new to Xbox?
Something new. That's right. I was thinking in my head. I guess I don't think it's gonna happen. But I'm still hoping fucking Microsoft finally jumps on the whole VR shit just to kind of speed up the VR process. But I mean. I don't think it's going to be that either. But that's what I would want.
No. Microsoft is not interested in VR. It costs too much money for them to make at this point. I mean, what do you think,
I think HoloLens is...
I'm trying to think about this. I'm trying to think out there, trying to think outside the box a little bit, where they could really... that would make sense, that would kind of catch us off guard. But what do you think about...
Steam.
They announcing something like mobile gaming?
So they invite Apple to fucking stage.
Could you imagine, just go out there and be like,
Tim Cook is in our fucking stage, guys.
You guys all have a cell phone in your pocket. Now you have to get Xbox gaming.
Now you have Xbox in your pocket.
They didn't learn from Diablo, people.
The X Pocket app. You're right, though, Mayo. That could probably be it. You have the Xbox in your pocket now.
Hey guys, take out your cell phones. You now have an Xbox.
We're going to stream to your phone.
Tim Cook is here to show you guys how it works on the new iOS app that we launched today. Woo! And then launching right now, the new Xbox app on the iPhone. Go get it.
We call it Dick. Digital in your pocket.
I mean, you're right. It could be that, Mayo. I was hoping that they would invite Sony. I don't know. It could be Steam, though. It could be anyone, really.
Yeah. Steam would be kind of neat, too, because they are announcing a lot of PC stuff, and they're saying that all their titles are going to Steam. And that would be kind of neat.
And they are announcing the whole, Game Pass on PCs and shit, too, or whatever. So, so them playing more nice with that. Man, it's just it's so unpredictable. It's just.
But I think Microsoft's really getting smart, and they're realizing, they started off as a software company, and they eventually went into hardware and stuff like that. I think they're getting back to their roots.
Their software, right?
I think they're learning that they can diverse and put their software everywhere, and not have to worry about losing money on making consoles. Not have to, we can make money off the PC market. We can make money off a mobile market or streaming market. We can make money in multiple places. They could even be working with, we hear about Tesla with them putting Cuphead in their cars. You know, as far as we know, Microsoft could be working with Tesla eventually and be like, look, we can load these games into your cars. You know, I mean, they can really diverse and benefit.
Gaming will be everywhere because of Microsoft, I think, and Google. So, yeah.
And can you imagine if like they even worked with Sony and like basically all their first party stuff would be available on the PlayStation, and Microsoft said, you know what, we don't care anymore. We just want you to play our games. There's no more exclusives.
Dude, that would be huge. Imagine if like they come out and say, hey, Halo Infinite. Yeah, you can play that on the PS4. We don't give a fuck anymore. Go ahead. Oh, and by the way, all our previous Halos, they're gonna be available on the PS4 this fall. And hey, Game Pass, fuck, buy the Game Pass on your PS. We don't give a shit. Just buy everything on the PS4.
You know what's going to be on the Game Pass? The next Gears of War and the next God of War.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, that'd be awesome.
No more, like, everything is just one thing. We don't care. Like, oh, man, that'd be fucking crazy. But I don't know if they would do it like that. That would be too nuts.
That's
that's how Steam makes their money. You know, they're just a storefront now. They don't really get into much development and stuff like that. They used to be a software developer, but now
they used to make games back in the day.
Right, and now they just sit back and collect that 30%.
I don't give a shit. It's just guys who make billions of dollars by selling you games and making you think that our launcher is the best launcher when it really maybe isn't.
Even on Game Pass, what is it like? How many units of Xbox One was sold? Isn't it like 60 million or 600 million or something like that?
It was a lot.
I don't know. But I also... Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I just remember being a really high number. And just say half of those people are Game Pass subscribers. How much money they're making a month off
I thought about that the other day. So, like, how many subscribers do you think So they say they have like 90 million active Xbox gamer profile gamer tags active. So let's say 5 million of those people, just 5 million of the gamers on Xbox have Game Pass. Just 5 million, all right?
Yeah.
Multiply that by $10 a month.
I know, that's
$50 million every fucking month that Microsoft makes on Game Pass.
No.
$50 million. Now, they say they have to make some pretty good deals and they have to pay out quite a bit of money to get this from the developers. Let's say it cost them $3 million out of that. They're still making $47 million off of that, dude.
Oh, totally.
Nuts.
No, that's a good model.
Imagine if they opened that up, if they opened it up and made that available on the PlayStation and not the PlayStation users and just PC users and everybody else suddenly getting a Game Pass and paying $10 a month to them?
PC users are the next step, right? So, like, we got PC users, we got Xbox users, PC is next.
Jesus, I just figured it out. Okay, so also I heard rumors that Netflix was going to be at E3 this year. What if fucking Microsoft invites like Netflix on a stage?
And Game Pass.
It's like you can get Game Pass, you can access Game Pass through Netflix. Like,
Xbox streaming on Netflix.
Fuck. I don't know.
That's it,
dude.
That
seems crazy. But I mean, even that's possible. Like this year, anything is fucking possible. Like anything, it's fucking crazy. Sorry, I'm just so blown away. Anyways, Netflix though.
Microsoft already said that they made over $1 billion last year on Game Pass alone. $1 billion.
That's cool, and it's a win-win-win. Like I'm sure even the developers. I mean, people keep making games for this shit. So
think about me, dude. Think about me. I would have never played Bomber Crew. I would have never known about that. Game. I would have never given that game a chance a day. Now I'm talking about it on my podcast. I fucking promote it all the time. I'm always talking about it. I'm streaming it, and I'm buying their DLC, and I'm playing it everywhere I see it. I see it on the PC. I play it on the PC. I see it on the Xbox. I play it on the Xbox. That's helpful to developers. They get players on their games.
I'm sure it's also a lot less stressful. They get like a guaranteed paycheck from Microsoft versus hoping that their game sells. They just get like I'm sure they have some sort of deal like as big as per games or whatever. But because it's not even based off of how many people play it. It's probably based off of just like a straight up. I don't know how their thing works, but I'm sure people keep making games for it, so
it's got to be beneficial to them somehow.
Yeah, totally. And
Microsoft probably tells them like, "Hey, look, we know the numbers of gamers that are interested in your game. We have this many gamers on our platform.
Average sale base on your game is
you're making this type of game. We've seen these types of games sell before on our platform. On average, they get 50,000 sales. That's this much money. How about we guarantee you the 50,000 sales? We'll give you that money and just give it to us and we'll put it on Game Pass."
And they're like, "Sweet, that's fuck yeah." And it's like, it's exposure and all that shit.
You don't got to market it. It's on fucking Game Pass. You don't even got to do the marketing. It's just there.
I know. It's just there. Yeah. No, as a maker, I would be all about that shit.
The thing about
all these games where you're just like, even just like, just curious about them, like Void Bastards and
or
stuff.
Outer Wilds. I would have never played that shit, dude.
Yeah, I mean, all these $30, $40 games, just put it on there and just boom. Yeah, it's fucking great.
And then it's coming. What I'm hyped for about is the PC one, which they're going to talk about at E3. They said already. They're going to talk about the games coming to the PC version of Game Pass, which I'm fucking excited for, dude.
It's exciting. It's like a good year for gamers. Every year has been a good year for gamers, but good year. Holy shit.
Well, the thing is, the year before the consoles die, or the consoles, they don't die, but the year they get replaced is usually the biggest year for them. Like I said, the year when Xbox 360 was moving to Xbox One was the biggest year for the 360. That's when Grand Theft Auto 5 came out, Battlefield 4,
all these big development games,
fucking games, Max Payne, Skyrim, like all these fucking big games came out, dude, that year. Like huge fucking games came out that year. And there was like the max of the max that the consoles can do. Like they were pushing that 360 to the max. Like fucking GTA was like 4 discs or some shit. Hey, install these 4 discs to play this one game. You know what I mean? Like that's how fucking crazy that was.
Right. Well, because a lot of those games were also, being made for the next gen, so they were, just basically maxing out, trying to get as much out of it on that system as possible, like make it look like the next gen.
Yeah, rumor has it, breaking news, guys, breaking news here. New Rainbow Six DLC is coming for Rainbow Six Siege, and apparently it's going to be called the Rainbow Six Quarantine. This is based off of the Rainbow Six Outbreak mode that they released in March 2018. It was a limited time mode. Apparently they've made a new DLC called Rainbow Six Quarantine. This is zombies, so you're going to be fighting the zombies, Rainbow Six, all that good shit. This is a leak. Not confirmed yet. But the leak
that'd be awesome.
That
would actually make me play it more if they had that as a.
That's a cool mode. That mode was cool.
By it. Yeah.
Oh, that mode was fucking cool, man. Like I really liked it, and it was like, it wasn't like a fucking hobo mode either, dude. Like that shit was fully fleshed out. You had the characters, like what they could do, the different operators you can play as.
The story that was
well done. Yeah. And it was like a little story. Yeah, like go evacuate the doctor from the fucking whatever and get him out, and it's like it was a pretty fucking cool game, dude.
It was definitely sad to see it go. So I'm glad they brought it back and keeping it permanent. Because that's good shit.
Didn't it last for like a month or something?
Yeah.
We got it for 3 weeks.
Like a week. Yeah. It was sad.
We're here, guys, and we're gone. It's like what? That thing was here for 5 days. What the fuck?
And it seemed like they put so much into it. It just go.
So apparently, that was probably like a little test or something to see if people liked it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah. Obviously, I guess people liked it. I'm glad to see it come back. I mean, it's a rumor, but
are you excited for that, Mayo? Are you gonna play Rainbow Six Siege with me on the PC machine when this comes out?
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, Rainbow Six is life.
Well, if it's cross-platform, I'll try to play with you guys on the Xbox.
Watch Dogs Legion, guys. The leaks on this one has it that you are a person that can jump into any NPC in the game and play as that NPC, and that NPC has their own voices and their own like animations. So like you can jump in the game and play as anyone in the game.
That's pretty cool. Huh.
So you hack into people's bodies or something? I don't know. That's what it sounds like. You just hack into different people's bodies and keep jumping people's bodies and play.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that game, Driver San Francisco. Wasn't it that game where you could jump into any car and drive?
Yeah, you could like warp from
warp from car
to car. You just kind of took over. Yeah,
yeah, that's what it reminds me of. Kind of like I'm gonna warp to that car and take off. The cops are chasing that other dude over there. Fuck that dude. Yeah, that'd be pretty easy to get away from the cops. You just fucking shoot a bunch of people, or the cops are chasing you because you just fucking robbed the store and you're like running down the street like, warp into that guy. Boop. Hey, I'm just walking down the road. I'm just a bystander looking at this now.
Oh, you're basically like Kevin Bacon in that one movie.
Yeah. Any other news you have from the Xbox or E3 or anything you want to talk about, Mayo?
I see. This is minor, but They Are Billions is going to have some big update, I guess, and it's going to have like a single player campaign, like an actual campaign and a plot to it and stuff. So
not just that,
I'm kind of interested in that.
It's coming to Xbox.
Nice. It's a fun game.
Yeah, they've announced, I think I got that email today actually that says There Are Billions is coming to the Xbox platform this year. After E3 they said, I think. It was pretty fucking soon. I got getting lots of emails recently about this fucking... Yeah, Billions of Zombies. There Are Billions is coming to the Xbox One and the PS4 in July, it says on this press email. So yeah, they're coming to the consoles, guys. $24.99. $25. You think it'll work on consoles, Mayo?
What game is it?
What was that?
You think it'll work on consoles?
Yeah, I think it will.
There Are Billions, Jonathan.
I haven't heard of it.
You build a base and then zombies attack. Billions of zombies attack you.
Oh, cool.
The biggest thing is that the CPU will be able to handle all the units, but they may figure out something.
They figured out something around it, I bet. Also, we got some emails here about the new Sniper Ghost Recon, or not Ghost Recon, the Sniper Ghost Warrior game being announced. Ghost Warrior contracts. Yeah? Guys interested in a new Sniper Ghost Warrior? You know what those are?
No? I know Gunny plays them, but yeah, no.
They're super simulator sniper games. Like it's like, think of Sniper Elite V2, but like based in modern times. They're like that. But that's really it, man. Like I don't have any more news.
One more little one is I thought this was kind of a weird one. Is I'm just gonna read the headline I found. It says Borderlands 2 DLC that ties into Borderlands 3 leaked via Steam.
Oh, dude. The lunch dude at my work was talking about it. We talked about it on GF&G last episode. But yeah, the lunch dude at my work was telling me that some sort of DLC that's going to tie in the second to the third. That sounds pretty cool.
But I find it weird because it's going to Steam when they signed an exclusive deal with Epic for number 3, and yet this bridge thing is going to be between 2 and 3, but it's going to be on Steam.
That's pretty weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking, yeah. Anything's possible this year, dude. Like, anything is fucking possible.
Xbox is having a huge sale right now, as well as Sony is having a sale now, too, on their consoles and games. So, Sony's Days of Play, this is what it's called, Days of Play. You can buy yourself a PS4 for $299, guys. It's a limited edition PS4. PS4 Pro gets a $50 price cut to $349.99. PSVR bundles are dropping $50 each.
It's fun shit.
And you can buy like Xbox controllers and PlayStation controllers at a discount right now for like $20 off at Walmart and shit. And finally, the PS Classic is down to $30.
Yeah, oh my god.
Oh, what else do we have? That's all I have, man.
It's $30, Evan. I wouldn't even buy it for that.
I know. I was trying to think it'd be cool to make like a necklace out of it or some shit like that.
Look at necklace. Oh man!
I remember when our old original PlayStation died. A friend of mine, we tore it all apart and we made it into an ashtray.
Oh, that's awesome!
You had a little pop top lid. You hit open, it would pop open, and the ashtray was in the inside of it.
That's fucking badass. That's nice. Good job. That's what they should do to the next systems. That would be pretty groundbreaking. Ashtray. Some Microsoft invites Marlboro on stage, and they're like, "Guess what, guys?
It's something different. Look what we invited."
Hit this button right here, or you can just say Alexa or Microsoft ashtray.
Yeah, it says Stadia 65 hours of gameplay equals 1 terabyte.
65 equals 1 terabyte.
Anyways, that's all I have for that. All I have for that news at the moment, guys. E3 is here. E3 is here.
Yeah.
I'll talk about E3. What I expect from Xbox is a lot. I expect them to be a fucking kick-ass fucking conference this year.
Boom, boom.
I will definitely be watching it live on Mixer. If you want to join me on mixer.com/JesusWalkingOut, I'll be streaming it live on there.
And my comics with you.
And on top of that, I will be doing a podcast by myself probably afterwards, or whoever wants to join me. I'll be talking about the Microsoft conference. Then that night, Bethesda goes live. Wonder what the fuck are they going to show, huh? What do you guys think?
Not Watch Dogs 3. I don't know.
That's Ubisoft. You're thinking Bethesda.
Oh shit, here. Bethesda. Yeah. Oh, they make other. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I don't play much Bethesda games.
I want to say some kind of Elder Scrolls information.
They said no Elder Scrolls and no that space game. Not at E3. They said. Fallout news. Woo! Fallout 76 is going to Stadia, free to play. Woo!
What about what's the other game they made?
That's actually kind of a smart move for them, though.
Maybe a Dishonored 3?
Oh, there we go. Dishonored. You're right. They do make that, right? You're right. Dishonored. I forgot all about that. That's the one good game they make.
Yeah.
What else?
I want there to be like my like. I don't think it's gonna happen. What I want to happen. I mean, no, I'm just gonna make myself cry if I try to hype myself up at all for any sort of Titanfall. Like, hey, you guys thought we were gonna release Titanfall? We told you no, but here it is. We had this in the works, and we thought.
I don't think Titanfall's coming.
I know.
I
know.
Ain't no fucking way. With Apex, there's no fucking way Titanfall's coming this year. How about
that? I know.
I did watch a video. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Gamers Nexus YouTube channel. They're really, really in-depth, hardcore, like PC information, and they really tear stuff down and really get into it. And he was saying actually on there, this will make you happy, Jonathan, that Titanfall 2 is a really good game to expose latency issues. So they said that they're curious to see. I guess back in the day, NVIDIA did a example of their thing. I think it's like NVIDIA Now, and it was pretty much similar to what Stadia has. And they were showing off Titanfall, and right away they were like, "Yeah, you can just tell the latency in Titanfall."
Shit, even on like the IGN UK gaming, they were just talking about how that was like the best first-person, story shooter and whatever. It's just such a good game. But like, it's also cool that they, I've on that game, as you were talking about the latency, it's cool that in the game it shows you, it shows your ping as you're playing. If you want to look it up, you can just hit a button and that's all displayed there. And it's like one of the only games too that actually shows like their active player count. So they're pretty like very visible on how shit's going with the game. Like they want you to know. And I always kind of respected that. But
you know what I think? You know what I think Microsoft's going to pull this year at the end of their show. Once they show all their gameplay reveals,
a circle jerk.
No, they're going to say that all the gameplay we saw was on the xCloud.
Oh, and
that's what they're going to say. Everything that you just saw being played is being played on the xCloud, running live from wherever the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're going to do that.
On Netflix.
I feel like we're definitely going to hear about one or the other. I don't think we're going to hear about both. I think we're going to either hear about the new Xbox coming out or xCloud only. I don't think they're going to let one steal the thunder of the other one.
I don't think the next Xbox, we're going to even hear about it. They're not even going to mention it. I think it's all xCloud this year. And like I said, I think that they're probably going to, like everyone's saying here, like all the predictors or whatever the fuck these guys are called. What are they called? The people that like...
I like the word I like the word predictor.
They're called analysts, right? Analysts that fucking do like Microsoft analytics and all that shit. They're saying that like Xbox shot a video, like a trailer, like a full 10-minute trailer of somebody playing xCloud at their house and how it works and what it's set up and how to set it up and how to play it. And that they were planning to show that at E3. Like, they were planning to go with that as, their main, opening fucking thing was, this xCloud thing. But they don't know if they're going to do that now. They do say that, Xbox, you know how Stadia came out and says they have 10.7 teraflops on their Stadia? Well, they're saying that Microsoft's going to come out and say they have way more teraflops than 10.7, up to 14 or some shit like that.
Yeah, actually, I kind of feel like 10.7 is actually going to be a little low for this next generation. Because right now, in relation, the PCs are at 13, and that's your 2080 Ti. They're like 13 or 14, but that's already 1-year-old technology. So they're coming out with Stadia at 10. If the next Xbox and PlayStation and stuff are like 13, 14. But I mean, also too, is as long as you can get 4K at 60 FPS, that's the
really
masses that
matters.
are going to be used to it. Yeah, right. Because I don't know how much more right now we're going to see graphically. I think it's just going to be about frame rates for the console world and the gaming world anymore, for just the smoothness and stuff.
I think that's going to be the Xbox gimmick this year. They're going to be like, hey guys, we're going to show a quick gameplay of Halo Infinite. Oh, and by the way, we're going to be running it on the xCloud just to show you how well it runs with no input lag or whatever. That's what they're going to do. On fucking... fuck! Why didn't I think of this earlier, dude? This is what they're going to fucking do, probably. What the fuck?
We keep having revelations.
What the fuck?
Dude.
They would totally do this. I could totally see Phil Spencer holding the Xbox. Hey guys, I'm connected to the Wi-Fi. Oh, hey, look, I'm playing fucking Halo. And
so you think the controller is going to be the system this year?
No, the cloud, man, is there. The games are on the cloud. You play the cloud.
How do you play the cloud, though?
You fucking plug your controller into the PC and it goes to the cloud and it plays on the cloud.
Ah, okay.
This piece, they're going to be like, we have this connected to a laptop and this laptop is connected to this huge screen. Watch
we can't
us
forget.
play.
It's connected to this hobo laptop.
Yeah. We have a fucking Sony Vaio laptop that we brought with us today.
Yeah, they name dropped Sony and this old Sony.
This fucking Sony laptop from 2009 is going to be able to play Halo Infinite.
Hey, remember when those were popular?
Remember when these pieces of shit were the shit? And we got one of these. We're going to play We're going to play the xCloud on it. Yeah. Woohoo. 14 teraflops. Yeah. Yeah, they'd be fucking legit, dude. That's it. I can see them doing that. If I was them, I would totally fucking figure out a way to pull that off. Even if it's just a fake video, of gameplay and have some dude up there acting like he's playing the game. Do it. Just fucking do it. Because they've been caught doing that before, right? Like at E3s. They've been like, we're doing gameplay, and all of a sudden the screen cuts out and the dude's still standing there like he's playing the game, and it's dude, the screen went black behind you. What do we do, guys? Don't know what we're doing.
Didn't that happen to Sony a couple years ago? Where somebody was really obviously not playing the game.
They're just pressing buttons. Totally not matching up with what they're doing on screen.
They're holding the controller upside down.
Oh man.
Holding the controller upside down and shit, holding it pressing just the joysticks.
I wonder how the esports scene is gonna all this shit's gonna affect the esports. But I guess we're gonna find out, yeah.
I think that's still where your PCs and stuff are all gonna be there, because your dedicated hardware, I think a lot of esport events, are dedicated PCs all connected to a LAN to each other. Yeah. And so they're going to still need that physical for the esport side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Esports.
And also, we're still only talking, if we're streaming at 60 hertz, we haven't heard anything. They said it's capped at 60 hertz, where a lot of your esport players and your other players are talking 144, 240 hertz.
That's true.
They're adamant about their high refresh rate, if I'm that way. And, I play at 144, and when I'm if I'm at 60, I'm disappointed. I'm like, I'm only getting 60 FPS.
Whoa.
What do I need to do to change it? Let me put this game on high instead of
Let
ultra.
me put this game on hobo mode. Let me take out all the textures so I can play at 200 frames. Woo!
What the fuck is this garbage?
I'm going to take out all the shadows. That way I can see everybody a lot easier. That way I stand a chance hitting somebody.
Anyways, people, that's all we have for news and shit. So hopefully we'll talk more at E3 after Microsoft conference or EA too. Maybe I'll do a podcast tomorrow about the EA one. I'm excited to talk about Star Wars and shit. And Apex.
I know, me too. It's going to be good.
Anyways, we got some questions here from the community. I posted a last-minute HGPre3 post about questions being left here. Jonathan Arcelo asked, what are your E3 predictions? I think lots of games, lots of hype. xCloud. Everything's been playing on xCloud the whole time. Guys, this whole thing is in the xCloud. We're not even here. Woo! So a hologram. Yeah. The future's now.
Future's now.
Yeah, any predictions, guys?
I thought we made a bunch. I mean, everything. I don't know. Netflix.
Okay.
Netflix being there.
I have a prediction. I predict that Atari's not going to be there.
Yeah, I predict that. It's a good prediction.
No wait.
Pretty accurate prediction.
I think the next question. I think the next question is going to counter that one. Next question.
I am Sean Ice Fuller says, I would love a fighting game made up of all different candy bars. Could you imagine a Kit Kat special you could break off into 4 pieces and beat your opponent? Or the Charleston shoe could stretch out and strangle you? What candy bar would you fight with, and what moves does it have?
I'd use a Take 5. Take 5 would fuck the question.
What are you doing with the Take 5?
Just put myself up in 5. It's like probably like a Destructicon. And just destroy you. I got my peanut layers going at you. I got my graham cracker. It has everything in there.
Just while you're thinking about that, I'm gonna go with a tanky character. I'm gonna get one of those old sugar daddy candies that are like rock hard that nobody could ever like get rid of.
Oh no, I love those things. Those are dope. I mean, they're so good. Yeah, I know.
They just take a beating over and over.
They feel like they're gonna break your teeth. Every when just eating those things.
Those things are horrible.
I know the tooth. Yeah.
What am I going with? I'm going to go with the gummy bears, dude. I'm going to have an army of gummy bears just fucking you up. Army of gummy bears just jumping out of the bag and fucking you up. Big ass gummy bears, little gummy bears, all the gummy bears fighting you. Sup? You can't fight an army of gummy bears, bro. Now, if it's just one gummy bear, that's kind of unfair because you're fighting a whole candy bar. But if you have a bag...
Nobody eats a gummy bear.
Oh, like he did say candy bars, though, right?
I'm just snacking on the gummy bear.
He did say candy bars. Okay, so if he said candy bars, then I'm going to go with... Is a Reese's peanut butter cup a candy bar?
Yeah, totally.
I would consider it, yeah. Yeah,
it's chocolate. There's 2 of them. They're like, yeah, you got a duo.
You got a duo there. I'm going with them. The twin fighters.
Hard chocolate shell
coming at you live, fucking smacking you in half.
I would say I guess the sugar daddy wasn't really a candy bar either. So if I had to pick, I would say a Snickers because I've seen their commercials what they can do to people. So they'll turn off the inner beast in that Snickers bar.
Cruise and
fucking Snickers.
They would transform into something.
Candy.
Yeah.
Speaking of fighting, did you guys watch the new Black Mirror episode called Striking Vipers?
No, I have not.
Oh God, you guys gotta watch it. It's about VR.
Oh,
it's pretty weird though. It gets fucking weird as shit. It's just, that's all I'm gonna say. It gets fucking weird. Really awkward.
Also, speaking of fighting, a new season of BattleBots just started. I forgot to watch it. It just came out like 2 days ago. But there's some
the fighting robot things?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Where do I watch this?
Year. Is it
Oh, I
AMC?
don't have cable, dude.
I can look this up while we're, but yeah,
can I watch it on
Hey
YouTube?
Jonathan, AMC's classic TV. You sure not watching the reruns of season 5?
Yeah. When I say that, that's thinking wrong in my head too.
He's like, look at this new show on this classic TV.
1990s episodes.
Oh yeah, it's on Discovery. It's on Discovery.
No, Discovery's all right. Well, that's like a free channel. That's like one of the free hobo channels I can get, right?
Yeah. So it's the BattleBots. Yeah, I fucking love this show. I watch it every year.
Okay.
And it's. Oh, they even have T-shirts. Oh man, I'm gonna start definitely rocking some BattleBots wear.
Jonathan Hall asked, "Atari, fuck the world. Am I right? You are not right. You're very wrong."
For the win! For the win! Woo! Atari VCS.
Brink asked, or he said, "Have you seen those ants who carry the baby caterpillars to their nest and then feed them until they get huge and then they turn into moths?" And the ants are like, "What the fuck? I thought that was the queen because it smelled like the queen."
Ew.
Shit's crazy, huh?
Yeah. Wildlife. I never understood why all those wildlife shows, why they always have to show like people or all the animals like just eating each other. Like I didn't learn much. Like all you learn in school is how a fucking jaguar jumps on a gazelle and eats it.
Yeah.
Like I would like to know what it does during the day and when it's bored. Like it has to do something else, right?
It just sleeps, dude. Most animals just sleep all day. Have you ever seen your cat? What it does when it's not eating or fucking with you? What is it doing?
I mean, it's
sleeping, right? It's probably sleeping, right? It's probably laying there being lazy, right?
But Jesus, what else is it gonna do? It's not gonna like
play Xbox.
I figured it'd pick up some sort of
the gazelle plays Xbox while it chills before it gets killed by a lion.
Open up a game of Monopoly.
It goes out to dinner with its family. Spends time with the wife.
Starts writing a blog on your PC.
This one's really into tennis shoes. Yeah.
Looks at the new iPhone, decides to take some selfies to post on Snapchat.
Whatever.
Shit.
I think there's gonna be something.
How do you think Grumpy Cat started?
Yeah. Grumpy Cat just took some selfies. He's like, fuck it, I'm posting on the internet. I'm going live, bitches.
Exposing everybody.
Bill Garner said, "What is the one franchise you'd like revitalized that's been dormant for 10 years or more?"
I got one. Can I jump in here real quick?
Go ahead.
Twisted Metal.
Has it been really dormant for 10 years?
I think so.
Yeah. I
It's
think
been a
so.
while, huh?
I'm guessing there, but...
Oh, but yeah, 10 years is a lot sooner than I thought. Yeah, 20.
Twisted Metal would be so good. Like, Twisted Metal is the Battle Royale.
Yeah, it needs to be a Battle Royale. I mean...
Twisted Metal Royale.
It's there.
Twisted Metal Royale. That's all you
fucking... obvious, like, duh.
Yeah, duh. Make it fucking Twisted Metal Royale. You pick your fucking clown ice cream truck and you go in there to do with the arms. Shit.
Until you lost fucking car.
With the wheels as arms. And then, you just fucking blow shit up. I mean, what the fuck?
I know. It needs to happen already. So
why hasn't this happened?
It looks like they made a Twisted Metal 4 for the regular PlayStation, so...
You go next, Jesus. I'm looking through my shit real fast.
Last 10 years.
I would say, I guess, the Robotech Invasion. When did this shit come out? Came out back in 1985 to 2004. So I might be in whatever, but it was for the OG Xbox. It was a Robotech game. Oh no, shit! No, it's not 10 years old. But yeah, I mean, I was thinking of another game. But yeah, I would go with this one if possible. I'd like to see a new Robotech game for fucking sure. Oh, they had a cell shaded one that was before that even. That would seem rad, but it was just like, I don't know. It wasn't very good for its time, but I could see that shit handling really well in the new systems. So whatever that old Robotech, bring a Robotech game to the new systems. That's what I want.
I'm trying to think of like a good game that I played back in the day it's not around now. But a lot of them got sequels.
There's GoldenEye. What about GoldenEye or some of those rare games?
GoldenEye was made recently, wasn't it? Like in 2013 or something, it was remade.
Oh, was it remade?
I thought that was fan made. I thought that was like.
I didn't think it was
it?
official.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a few games that I played that I probably don't remember.
Ooh, there's an old MechWarrior game. Oh man, I'm looking at my old Xbox game, my stack of OG Xbox games. Oh, Mech Assault. That was pretty fucking tight. That'd be good on new shit. Yeah, that would be like that. Actually, be really rad because that was really a fast-paced net game. So
you know what I want? I want a Fight Night game, but that was made recently too, right?
Oh, Fight Night was pretty.
Fight Night was fun, dude. Fight Night was a really fun game.
I'm trying to remember which one that was. It sounds familiar, but it's not jumping out at me.
It's that boxing game.
Yeah. Like it was ground. I was really into that. The 360. Okay. I was hanging out with my buddy Rick, and we were basically playing Gears of War and Fight Night. And what was? Man, it's beautiful.
What was one of the rappers?
Oh, that's the one. That's the one that's also on Grandma's Boy that they're playing at the beginning.
Yeah. You're thinking of Def Jam. Def Jam.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I want like a Star Wars Republic Commando fucking sequel, dude.
Yeah, that'd be. If you could play co-op, like a 4-player
squad going online,
Yeah, that'd be. Oh man, that would be.
Or a Mercenaries game. I want a new Mercenaries game.
A Mercs.
Have you guys ever played those? The Mercenaries,
I kind of remember. Yeah,
that was what, PlayStation 1.
Yeah. Oh, this is PS2 on here, 2005.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it was.
I'm looking at the games list here from 2005. Lots of good games here. SWAT 4. Matrix: The Path of Neo. Lots of Madden games. Every year there's a Madden game.
Did you hear like the last episode when VGO was trying to figure out what to talk about? They picked 2002, and they were like, "Can you believe how many franchises come out of 2002?" Yeah, they're like, "That was like the year."
Even looking back on like this list right here, I'm looking at 2004 games. Like I'm looking at the ones that just popped up, and like Half-Life 2, Doom 3, Battlefield Vietnam, Halo 2, World of Warcraft, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, fucking Need for Speed Underground 2. Oh my god. Counter-Strike, FIFA, Burnout 3, Call of Duty.
Oh shit! Do you know what other one I want? Is the one from the Dreamcast that the graffiti ones, the ones where you're doing all the graffiti shit.
Jet Set Radio.
Yeah, I want one of those new.
I actually have that in my Steam library.
He does. I've seen it. I thought about playing it. Should I play this shit? I'm in the wrong place.
He does. Confirmed.
With all the frames.
I don't believe you until I see screenshots. Picture.
Yeah. True Crime. I remember True Crime Streets of LA. That game was pretty fun, dude. That game was pretty fucking fun.
Oh man. What about even going back for a while, like a new Contra? I think that'd be tight. If it's done well. I don't know.
I think of there's another game with like Contra.
It's basically like Gears of War, is what it is. But yeah.
Metal Slug.
Oh yeah, Metal Slug was with the SNK one. Yeah, that was a good game. I mean, it was very Contra-esque.
What happened to Midnight Club games? They don't make those anymore, do they?
Yeah, that was what, Rockstar.
Yeah, those racing games, Midnight Club. Yeah. We're getting 2002 now. 2002 back here. Man, oh man. Spider-Man came out that year. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2.
No. Dude, I know what I want. I want a new Saturday Night Slam Masters. That's an old Capcom 4-player wrestling game. It's like a fighting wrestling game. During the height of like Street Fighter 2, like they decided to fuck around and try to do like a 4-player version of Street Fighter, and it was Slam Masters. And it was fun, but I could see that like with new style graphics and doing like, they could make that fucking so good. But yeah, that's my vote. Slam Masters, new edition. Please Jesus. I think people actually kind of listen to our every time, some random shit comes out and they start making it. So yeah.
Developers listen to the podcast like, we should make that. Yeah, we should.
Yeah. They had a pretty good idea there.
That's a pretty good idea, boss. We should make that. I think
I heard on the podcast today?
2009 was pretty legit, too. We got Uncharted 2, Borderlands, Modern Warfare 2, Batman Arkham Asylum.
Oh, wait.
Left 4 Dead 2.
It's 10 years ago. Wait,
2009 is 10 years ago. What are you talking about?
I know. No. I fucked myself over. I was thinking too far. Yeah, so my Roman duck was clearly
too far. I was 10 years. I was like 2005. It's like no, it's 2009, dude. What are you doing?
I'm starting to feel really old.
Yeah.
You want to feel old? And what I would like is a new version of Mr. Do.
I want a sequel to the Saboteur.
I liked Mr. Do was fun stuff. It was way better than Dig Dug.
That was as a kid, that was me and my brother's favorite game. Like we played Mr. Do probably the most of any of those old school games. Burger Time was also pretty good. Enjoyed that one. But yeah,
dude, 2008 was a fucking
Dig was fun,
year
but yeah,
too, man.
Mr. Do way better.
What happened to companies making different games? I feel like this generation, we just got a bunch of fucking bullshit as remasters, and that's it.
Yeah, well, I think the movie the movie industry is the same
sucks,
way.
We just got a bunch of remasters. Yeah, like I agree, Mayo. The same thing with movies. All they do is a fucking superhero fucking movie. Oh, look at this guy. He's a superhero. Fuck that shit. Make a movie about the president fucking being kidnapped in Air Force One again.
Well, new IPs are risky, and it feels like everything's been done.
Make a movie about motherfucking zombies and shit. 29 days later, guys. Whoa, let's go.
That's what
30 days later, guys. Don't know what to do anymore.
Yeah, that's at least where we at least PUBG in that, came out with a new kind of concept of the Battle Royale. At least
PUBG is fresh.
Yeah.
That's why it was such a big hit, I think, is because it was something new that we haven't seen, right? Like,
yeah, I agree.
Everything has been done. What the fuck is there to do?
Done. Except for with more numbers.
Like 4, 5, 6. Fallout 76. Woo!
Fallout 78. No, just keep adding more teraflops. Get them in there. All right.
That's all we have for today. Oh, wait, do I have more questions?
We had one more.
Eric Smith asked, do you believe that games actually get leaked? Yes. Because I was looking at that video of that trailer for that new...
Yeah. I feel like
Ninja
some of them do,
game.
but there's ones that are also just kind of conveniently put out there, to build up hype.
Like, hey, let's just test this out there and throw it out.
Yeah, I mean, what if Microsoft I think they do this year is a pretty good year. They've done a good job of not leaking a lot of stuff for Microsoft.
Yeah.
I feel like
I know there's been a couple in the past that
the stuff that we're gonna hear this year at E3. I think we're gonna be surprised still quite a bit that we're gonna hear some new shit.
Yeah,
but I don't. Yeah, there's been.
I feel the stuff that's been leaked, the stuff that really it's low hanging fruit that nobody's like. It's not the juice that everyone's waiting, really excited for.
It's not like xCloud has been leaked. None of it has been leaked.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's kind of crazy to me. They've been testing it with somebody, because they've already said they've been testing it internally with their employees. Like people at Microsoft can take things home or play from home or something. Also, the Xbox Scarlett has been tested by some of the Microsoft employees. They're able to take it home and play test with the new console.
I think if they really want to, they can keep it close quarters. Look at Apex. That blindsided everybody.
That thing fucking just can't. Well, the thing is, Apex was leaked the fucking year earlier. Someone on Reddit posted the thing on Reddit. They posted the map. They're like, "Hey guys, I found this map that the Respawn is working on. Look at this new map. What could this be a battle royale?" Everyone's like, "You're stupid. They're not working on a battle royale.
Why would they do that?
Yeah, they're making the next Titanfall. They're making Titanfall 3. Why would they make a battle royale? You're stupid as fuck." And everyone made fun of that poor guy. And he probably went home and cried and fucking committed suicide or something. And now they're fucking... This shit came out a year later. He was right the whole time. Everyone went back to that post and apologized. Like, I know. Hey, dude, you were right the whole time.
This guy's a man. He's been redeemed.
He was sad for a whole year, just sitting there crying. Guys, I broke into Respawn. Nobody believes me. Vincent Pella gave me this himself.
I saw testing. I took the map. How many therapy sessions he has to go to? And just like, yeah.
They made so much fun of me on Reddit. They roasted me. They made
The moment that destroyed my life.
They made fun of my username.
Let me tell you. You know how many downvotes I got? You know how much Reddit karma I lost?
They downvoted me 100 times.
Have you ever been downvoted 3,000 before? Have you ever?
Downvoted all the way down to the bottom of Reddit.
Oh, fucking A. It's what a world, what a time.
What a world. Guys, Days of Play is up now on the PlayStation. You interested? You know?
I can't be because I don't really have any Sony stuff.
Is there any VR stuff on there?
Let's look up Days. That's what I want. Tetris Effect, right?
Yeah, I need to play some more VR stuff. I want that fishing
Tetris
game.
Effect.
My wife wants the one where you go around and you're two dolphins. So
What?
you're like,
2 dolphins?
yeah, you're basically swimming
look at that.
with two...
Tetris Effect, $23.99. I'm buying it right now. Right after this, I'm going to play Tetris Effect, boys.
Ooh.
Marvel Spider-Man, Jonathan, $20.
I don't know about that.
Horizon Zero Dawn, $10. God of War, $20.
I never really got... I like Spider-Man, but I'm really picky about my Spider-Man.
No, this Spider-Man is really good.
Does it have the Todd McFarlane Spider-Man?
It has every single Spider-Man that you could think of. Because they've actually added all the skins of all the Spider-Man into the Spider-Man game. So you can actually be any Spider-Man you want to be in this Spider-Man, including like animated, like anime Spider-Man and shit. Like he looks like anime. And it's really cool because he looks like that in the cutscenes. So whatever suit you put on him, that's what he looks like in the cutscenes. So it's really fucking cool. You should check it out.
That's pretty cool. But
I'm gonna play Hobo Spider-Man. I'm gonna play the Amazing Spider-Man on Steam.
2001. The fucking Spider-Man.
Oh man, I'm excited for the Iron Man VR though. I've been hearing really good shit about that.
Oh, you won't pay $20 for this Marvel Spider-Man, but you're gonna pay $20 for a hobo-ass Iron Man VR. It's fucking.
Dude, I hear it's fucking really good.
No, well, guess what? Let me tell you something. Spider-Man is really good.
I mean, I'm sure.
If you buy Spider-Man and you say you don't like it, I'll give you $20.
It's single player though. I mean, I only
you don't like
VR
it.
stuff.
It's fucking Spider-Man, bro. It's fucking Spider-Man. Play with your wife. She'll like.
If I was
to
with
watch
you, Jonathan,
Spider-Man.
I would definitely pick it up.
$20, Jonathan.
the game is called
$20.
For that price, I could buy Jupiter or Mars.
Oh
it's
my
the
god!
Game, it's a game where I can swim around as two dolphins in VR.
2 dolphins. No one cares about 2 dolphins in VR, Jonathan.
I don't know.
Your wife will appreciate Spider-Man more than 2 dolphins.
I'll buy it. I won't play it.
She's gonna be like, "What is this stupid ass 2 dolphins you're making me play, Jonathan? This is stupid shit." What's the dolphins?
Jupiter and Mars. It's psychedelic. It looks pretty dope.
I'd rather buy Tetris Effect for $3 more, $23.99.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna buy Tetris Effect so I could kick your ass at it. Is what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna be top of the leaderboards in that. Can you play multiplayer in that?
I think I'm hoping we could play versus each other. If so, wait. I'm gonna look that up before I buy it though. If not, maybe we should get Dick Wild together so we can play Dick Wild together.
That Dick Wild.
Dick Wild looks pretty tight.
Anyways, people, we're done.
Sorry, we're just talking about
find me on Xbox Live, Gamertag Jesus Walks That. I'll be talking tomorrow. E3 pre-3, let's go. Thank you for listening to this HGP3 special show. If you listen to this on Monday, then know that we recorded this on Friday, and everything we said probably didn't happen. But
I mean,
we tried.
Yeah.
Don't listen to this.
I'm sure we're really close.
I'm sure everything I said was right, 100%. It was all leaked to me. Phil Spencer emailed me himself. He was like, "Jesus, we're doing this right here. This is what we're doing."
Like none of the stuff we talked about happened.
Nothing at all.
Yeah, we get a message. The podcast has been taken down.
The big news is they're like, joining us is the new Master Chief. We brought him back. Halo Infinite.
We're all here guessing Sony and fucking Steam and shit. They don't even talk about xCloud at all. They don't even mention it.
Netflix is just offering their new movie that they're doing.
Their new
Bandersnatch 2.
subscription. Netflix is like, we're putting Quantum Break on Netflix. Watch all of Quantum Break streaming now on Netflix. None of it happened. This is all bullshit, guys.
So that's gonna be Death Stranding. You're gonna watch Death Stranding on Netflix.
Yeah, you can fucking Death Stranding. No joke, dude. That thing's gonna have like 30-minute cutscenes. I guarantee it's gonna have at least one 25-minute cutscene in that fucking game. At least one where you're not the president of anything anymore. This country's dead. The president's in there. Like, isn't there a law that says the president cannot be president if they're dying like that? There's a law, right? That is like, you cannot be president if you're fucking half dead. That's why we have the vice president for. Why the fuck is this lady still the president? I don't get that in that game. You tell Hideo Kojima it's not American. He doesn't know American law.
That's not how shit works.
It's not how shit works, Hideo. We would fire that lady and replace her with the vice president. But he doesn't know that. He's Japanese, guys. Leave him alone.
Yeah. All right.
Anyways. Find me on Mixer, streaming mixer.com, Jesus Walks a Lot. Find me on Steam, Jesus Walks a Lot. Join the Discord. Thank you for joining our group. Join our Discord. Join everything. Just go. We're done. I'm done. Go ahead, Jonathan. Go.
Oh, that's super fun times. Yeah, either you can catch me on here or start that new little podcast, GF&G. Hey, Jesus, maybe if you're down, we'll probably have you at work. We record on Sunday, so we can kind of get your afterthoughts and all this shit.
We could all get together and record like an after Xbox show. It would be neat. I need someone to talk to. May, are you going to be around Sunday?
On Sunday?
We'll
it depends on what time, but as long as it's not real late, so I'll have to work Monday morning.
We'll talk off air.
All right, we'll figure it out. But yeah. So GF&G. So yeah, PenPointRed. And I'm just playing shit. So fun times.
Stadia.
All right.
It's all right.
Hey guys, you can just find me on Steam as the Mayo 1, and I'll just plug the Discord as you can find me as the Mayo.
The Mayo.
Yeah. Man. Actually, one quick little funny story is I was at work today and I actually dropped a case of mayo from like 2 stories up. It was one little case, but it was like a hate crime. I felt horrible.
That is horrible. What?
It was like self-mutilation.
Yeah, that's like
it like fell in like 3 cases or like 3 little bottles. There was like mayo smeared all over the floor.
I'm calling the cops.
It was like a loss of loved one.
I'm worried about him. He's hurting himself.
Spill one for the homie.
Fuck the mayo. Throwing it off the fucking top shelf and shit. Fuck, the mayo's dead.
I tell you what, though, I haven't really done it myself, but I have seen things fall from 30 feet high, like 2 liters of pop. Them things are amazing. I've never seen a 2 liter of pop shoot that far in my entire life, but when them things hit, they will go like 100+ feet. It's like a little rocket.
Nice.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Shit.
So kids, no, take a 2 liter and throw it
off the roof. Climb to your roof, the highest point of your house roof. And throw the 2 liter off of there into solid concrete. Woo! Don't say science. Don't listen to that, people. Don't listen to that. That's bad advice. Anyways, we're not responsible if you get hurt. This disclaimer. Do not listen to anything we say ever. That's another disclaimer. We love you guys. Bye. Peace out, Brussels sprouts.
Peace out, guys.
See you tomorrow at E3, EA Play, Star Wars.
Jerk off and go to bed.
Power, Apex and shit. Bye.